We are
-1, -2.
-2.
So we're actually live.
Are we live?
We are. In
Are
fact,
we on the
hello.
internet?
How exciting.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
everybody. Welcome to Aldgate Adventures on Whiskey and Waffles. It's our second installment. It's very exciting. Should we just hop into it?
I mean, you're the DM. We really don't have a choice.
Yeah, we do.
Whatever you want to do, we're stuck doing.
I mean, don't forget it.
I think my audio was probably on when we were not live. That's funny. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. So
That's
anybody in the
great.
comments, please let us know if you can hear us and everything is working well. Thanks.
Working
Yeah,
perfect as
yeah.
always.
Okay.
Crack team at work.
So,
Oh. Yeah.
Well, crack is
Our-
involved. Yes. Sorry. Go on.
I wouldn't know.
I'm cracked down right now. Cracked down, not crack up. So, last time on Aldgate Adventures,
Yep.
our heroes heading south through the region of Alusia, trying to get to the city of Highkeep for the celebration of Yule's Eve. They happened into the small town of Oxbarrow to rest for the evening, but found no reveille, no decorations, and a town that was terrified to see them. Upon talking to the townspeople and the bartender, they quickly discovered that a group of brigands by the name of the Boar Valley Butchers had been coming to town, stealing supplies and kidnapping people. So far, they had kidnapped 3 children, and this day they would take a child and her mother. It was about this time that the butchers showed up. The townspeople loaded their wagons with supplies, but our heroes went to intervene. Their leader, Lucky, called out Big Mikey, an ogre, and a few of the other brigands to take care of the heroes while the rest of the gang escaped. But the group made short work of Mikey and the bandits, got on the leftover wagon, and pursued. A chase ensued, where they traded shots with the bandits, and then Calgor cast a jump spell on Willem and the Wayfinder, who jumped from their wagon to the next wagon forward, cleared it out, but no captives. They moved to work on the second wagon when Gray shot the driver of the lead carriage. A poorly timed or well-timed, depending on how you look at it, herd of cows had wandered onto the road in front of them, and driverless, the head wagon smashed into them, killing a cow and 2 brigands and sending Lucky ass over tea kettle onto the ground. The chase had a halt. They finished off the bandits in the second wagon and found the daughter. The mother must be in the first wagon. They dealt Lucky the killing blow, and that's where we left off, not knowing what has become of the mother. Heroes, what do you do?
Angie, where's the cow corpse on the map? I don't see it there.
I can make it happen.
It needs to be in the kill count, right?
Here,
Yeah, that counts towards our experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
moo.
Milestones. How many cows did we kill?
Right. There we go.
Well,
Can
Who's
you see
having
that?
burgers tonight?
I'll search in the first wagon then, because
I
we're looking
threw
for
you
the
a
wife
cow.
or the woman, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm trying to. Hold on. I think I am too close on the map. There we go. I'm totally off. All right. So we think that the
The mother's in the first.
mother's
wagon.
in the front wagon. This one.
correct.
The front
All right.
wagon.
I will also go and check to see.
I'm searching the front wagon.
All right, you run up to the back of it, and the entire wagon's kind of off kilter, and the doors are kind of smashed up against each other.
Okay.
A strength check to open it.
I believe I can accommodate that.
Yeah, I'll let you take this one.
Thank you. Thank you so much. 17.
17, no problem. You grab hold of the rings, and you do a short tug, realize that they're jammed, and then pop it open. There's another bandit inside who has broken his neck, and you can see the limp body of the mother.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
I come closer to her, and is she actually dead, or is she just unconscious, or?
You climb in, make a medicine check.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. 17 again, somehow.
17.
Yes, sir.
She is alive but bleeding out.
Okay. I will.
I'm gonna head over that way.
Yeah,
I'll
I
do,
believe. Did you
sorry.
use your healing potion on the last adventure before we started last week?
Me?
Me?
You all should have one healing potion going into this adventure.
I'll just use my cantrip, spare the dying, and I'll spare her death.
All right. She seems to, her breathing evens out.
Cool. All right. Well, she's stable until we can get her some actual medical attention. So I don't remember if I took my healing potion or not. I should look, but
I think I was the only one that healed up last week.
you might be right.
Yeah, because I was the one who was taking the biggest beating.
Yep.
As
No one else uses. Is that bandit in the back cart still technically alive, or is he just hanging out over there?
Bandit in the back cart?
The driver.
Oh. I'm pretty sure you killed him.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they're not live anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only bandits that are still alive are the two that we tied up and kicked off the carts at the beginning.
Well, we don't know if they're alive.
They could have been stampeded by cows.
Entirely possible.
You did knock them unconscious and then throw them off a speeding wagon, so.
Do what you gotta do.
I didn't want to bring them at all. I don't know why we brought them.
That was non-lethal force in the Wayfinder's eyes.
Yeah.
And then
The Batman
where
thing. I
DM,
never
sorry
kill
to
people, they're just sleeping.
to remember from last week. Where is the child? We have eyes on the child.
The
Yeah.
The child, she was in the second one.
Which did not crash.
Okay,
did
I'm
not
gonna
crash.
go.
And she's
now that-
fine.
Now that we see that the mom is stable, I'm gonna just come over and just soothe her any way I can, and male or female child? I don't remember.
It is a daughter.
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 Female child. Where is that? Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use like sleight of hand, do some little tricks for her, just kind of like get her. How old is she?
She's like 16.
Oh, she's 16. Jeez, you made it sound like a child.
Just dangle some
She
keys.
is a child. She's 16.
Legally child.
Yes, legally
like, that's
child.
weird.
Apologies. Yeah, no,
She
I'm
might
not
be
gonna do any of
14.
that
Let's
then.
see here.
Please start showing her magic tricks.
No, I'm fine. I'm just going to just
Card
check,
tricks.
make sure she's okay, and let her know that her mom's okay, and that we'll take care of her. Just in general, just be calming to her,
Favorite
as an
tune.
adult would be to a teenage child, not to a smaller child than that. All right, I'm gonna drink my drink. So
Good choice.
I'm also gonna go head over to the. I'm assuming eye rolling 14 or 16-year-old. Young girl.
listen,
It's a nice magic trick.
I didn't do the magic tricks. I was picturing a 6-year-old. Okay.
Hey, Engie, just a reminder, you have to move Willem because I'm sharing his roll 20.
Technical.
Right.
My technical problem again this week.
Yep.
And so I would like to engage her in conversation.
Who?
The daughter.
The daughter? All right. What would you like to say to her?
Why did you get into the van willingly?
The van.
Man,
Or the carts?
Caravan.
did they have
It's a
candy?
caravan.
Someone watches Mindhunter.
Yeah. Seriously.
They threw me in here.
Do you know why they're taking people?
No.
Do you know why they're taking people related to other people?
I'm gonna try to calm Wayfinder down a little bit and be like, I think we can leave the questioning until after we get them safely
Intimidatingly.
home. Yeah, intimidatingly. Like,
I didn't say
Hey.
intimidatingly.
no, you did not this time.
Oh, but you can't help it.
You can't.
I know, you did-
You should
You're
intimidate
scary.
the person.
For sure.
So while that shit show's going on, I'm going to turn to Willem and say we should get them back
Yeah.
to town.
Definitely. Let's load them in the wagon that we have that under our control and go back.
Yeah, the one that we didn't break. Let's do that
one. That's the one.
Yep. So I'll help the mom out of the wagon and help carry
She's
her
unconscious.
over to ours.
Yeah,
Well,
shit.
I'll just carry her to the wagon that we have in the back. That's
Yeah. What kind of injuries does she have though for like moving her? Is it like should we make a splint for her? Like not splint,
Well, she's
can't think of the word.
stabilized, and so as soon as I get, I mean, I can't. I already used all my slots, so I can't cure her with anything. So we got to give her a potion or something if we want to. We don't have to.
You can try to wake her up with a medicine check.
A slap to the face.
Does anyone have a medicine kit?
No.
No.
Come on.
Absolutely not.
I
have
love
a-
a group
come
of
on.
0 healers.
I have a mess kit. Does that help?
Can I just throw some water in her
Make
face?
her
That's what it works in
see.
the movies, right?
Yeah.
Wake
That
up.
wakes everybody up.
It was slap her too, Chris. That's
Yeah,
the
just-
way to wake her up.
So
Exactly.
she's
It's only when
Punch
she's
her in the
hysterical.
face.
so she's being brought. She's being brought to the cart
Yes.
that the daughter's at, right?
Mhm.
Well, he has to walk
Well,
by
our cart,
that.
yeah.
Well, I'm going past that cart. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
but
gonna go to the
it-
one in the
isn't-
back.
Is that the only one that's operational?
Yeah,
This one and this one are operational.
but
Not
we
sure
would
what
have
happened to
to
the one all the way back there.
we'd have to move those out of the way, right? To be
Wait,
able
that
to...
one is our cart, right? The one that's next to us. Yeah, that's ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the one that's off the road is our cart.
okay. Can you turn it around? I don't think horses can back up very well. Can they? I guess they can. I don't know. There you go.
That's a yes.
Awesome.
I'd like to do a quick search on Lucky's body.
All
Oh,
right.
good thinking.
You
Thinking about treasure.
Investigation roll.
yes.
Okay. 20.
Wow, that's pretty good.
20. Very nice. The first
you.
thing you find is a some large pieces of parchment that have been rolled up. You kind of pull those out, and you can see that they're wanted posters for Lucky and the Boar Valley Butchers.
Oh.
Yes,
Does it say if there's a reward on it?
there are
Yeah, there are.
A substantial reward?
100 silver for Lucky,
That's lucky.
100 for Big Mikey, and 10 silver per any of the other Boar Valley Butchers.
So second cart full of all the the bodies then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You find
Anything else?
yes, you find a a pouch full of 50 gold.
Nice.
That's good.
50
Yeah.
divided by what?
That's a lot.
Five?
So
You
what I
divide it
always
by 1.
Nice.
what I always like to tell my players is not like it's 10 copper per silver, 10 silver per gold, but
Yep.
the way you look at it when you are like out and about is a copper is like $1. You know, you can kind of throw those around and nobody's gonna
Mhm.
pay attention. A silver is like a $20 bill. It's the most common, and you can throw them around, but if you pull out a big stack of them, people are going to be like, that dude has a wad of 20s.
Mhm.
Right? Gold piece is like $100 bill. You start throwing those around and people start to notice. It's a lot of money.
Got it. So it's strip club rules.
I don't know.
Too soon. You have to explain that.
Do we? Do
We'll
we?
go through that later.
That's after the break. Everybody.
I'm making sure that the 16-year-old girl gets to the cart with her mom all right, and since I see JC, are you starting to like round up, like does it seem obvious that you're focusing on getting together like the bodies of these, or what, like what?
Before I do that, Engi, is that everything is the
That is not everything. There's one more thing.
Oh.
If you go to your what is it? Journal tab on Roll20. It's the thing that looks kind of like a newspaper.
Oh God. Roll 20 is gonna just die on me,
Have
but
fun
okay.
reading.
Yes. Nerd.
Nerd? Not that tab.
Where the?
It's on the
fuck
right
is it?
side.
It's at the top. Like where the chat window is.
There we go. Yep.
Mysterious note.
Okay, got it. Mr. Thomas, you have performed your task admirably. I can
Are you
talk
sharing
today.
this with everybody?
Sure, I'll read it out loud.
All right, I'm just going to show it to everybody.
Are you going to share? What about the 50 gold pieces you're going to pocket?
I'm not a dick character. It's very opposite to how I am in real life, okay?
Thank God.
Role playing.
Is that what
Did
we're
you
doing?
guys see the note?
No.
Yes.
Wait, where would it be in the journal?
20.
Too?
I'm confused as to where that is.
Roll 20.
All right.
I'm in roll
Yeah,
20.
it looks like a newspaper. It doesn't look like a rolled up scroll.
I know, but where would it? I've clicked it. I
Okay.
don't see anything in here.
Yeah.
It's literally on the shared screen in
there it
Zoom
is.
right
There
now.
it is.
There
It
we
showed
go.
up. It showed up.
It has
We
appeared.
are so technically savvy.
Who had this note? This was Lucky who had this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and read it out loud for the people at home.
Mr. Thomas, you have performed your task admirably, and I am once again in need of your services of your and your fellows. I require more supplies and one more name, the descendant of Taylor Privet. Bring your men and this person to the barrows and be prepared to stay. This should be the last name I give you. I will have regained my strength, and our campaign against the town of Oxbrow shall commence. Revenge is at hand.
SR.
We don't have any nearby bandits alive, correct?
You killed every last one of them.
There's
Sweet.
the two
good
unconscious ones
Yeah.
Close to town.
Yeah.
All right,
somewhere on the road between here and town.
All right,
Go back to town.
All right. Hey guys, there's a bounty on all of these, and Lucky had a crap ton of money on him.
Great. We should go back to town.
Yeah, I think we should load up as many of these into a cart, and yeah, let's just get everybody back as best we can.
DM, how large are these carts? Should we take 2 separate carts if we're loading bodies into one and maybe let the mom and the daughter?
Not be near
Not-
the corpses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
The mother
consider it.
stirs and wakes up after about 10 minutes.
Oh, good.
Definitely worse for wear, but
You're going
might
to be
have a
all right.
concussion.
You're going to
That's
be all
fine.
right.
Just don't let her sleep anymore. Okay. Yeah, let's start loading up into the cart in the second best condition, the corpses.
Sure.
I will take the cart with the mother and daughter. So I will drive it if need be, but if I'm not that proficient in it, I don't know if I need to be, but that is the cart that I'm going to be on.
Willem and I could split driving responsibilities if needed.
And I want to go with the mother and daughter because I promised the barkeep I'd bring him back.
Are you going to interrogate her again?
You should definitely.
No.
I'm not going to let him.
Intimidatingly.
I'm going to play my flute.
Punch her in the face.
Try to soothe them.
I'll drive the cart that the corpses are in. Just one person come with me.
I will.
I'll go with you.
I will not follow Calgor.
Well, you can follow him. I'll go with the other card.
I'm gonna follow Calgor.
I'm gonna walk. I don't care.
Whoa.
I want to be with
Okay.
the dead people.
So
I want to be with the kid people that are
corpse
killed.
cart.
You guys are going to be cruising down the road and being
Full of
like, "Oh,
corpses.
there's another one." Pull over,
Yeah.
throw
Yeah.
him in the back.
Yep.
Yep.
We have all the corpses.
That's
I
how we
would say
roll.
let my cart with the daughter and mother
in front.
go first, and so
Yeah.
we can just head straight to town and
Yeah.
let.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So you don't have to
Bring out
stop
your
on
dead.
corpse control.
What if you don't want to be
Not dead
behind
yet.
the corpse card? It probably doesn't smell that great.
No.
Yeah, 3 of you
Yeah.
could be on the corpse card if you wanted to. You don't have to.
I'm used to the smell of death.
Well, no, you should drive the other cart.
I should.
Well, I'm driving the corpse cart, and you're the other most proficient
Oh, all
horse
right.
person.
Well, I'll drive the
mean-
mother and daughter cart then.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, now that you're not like at breakneck speed, pretty much anybody can drive one of these suckers.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
never
to be
mind then.
safe.
Yeah.
Who knows? We might get ambushed. I don't trust a certain DM.
Well, how far away from the town are we?
I would never do that. A few miles.
Yeah, nothing crazy, but I'll keep an eye on I'll play my flute and keep an eye on the mom, make sure she's
Maybe
still
a
like
mile and a half ish.
healthy.
All right. So then I'll go with the mother and daughter cart then.
All right.
Okay. I got
Whatever.
lucky and picking up 15 corpses along the way.
DM, would you like me to roll for performance?
Sure.
Play my flute to
Yeah,
calm,
yeah.
to calm the to soothe everybody. That is a 18
Ooh,
18.
for
very
performance.
soothing.
Very nice. Yeah, you can see that they, as you play to them in the back of this cart, They're just kind of holding on to each other and listening and like, closing their eyes and kind of rocking back and forth. And I say, thank you very much.
Should we switch off the map?
I keep an eye out for bandits and whatnot on the way back, of course.
Cool.
Let's go back to faces, Mike.
6 shot.
We got the faces coming up.
We don't have to go back to the faces. That's fine.
Nope.
The map of death. The entire
Everybody
time.
wants to see this.
Well, that's true. That is amazing, by the way. Just saying.
Thank you for that.
For what?
Yeah. John gave the tease.
Oh.
Tiber, you oh wait, who's on the non-corpse cart?
Me.
Me.
I am with the corpses.
All right. So the three of you
With the fishes.
With the fishies.
Are heading down the road, and you can see you're kind of going by and you see some dead bodies on the side of the road, and then at one point you see a guy hopping, and he turns and he looks at you, and he's struggling against his bonds.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
I'm the only person. Sorry, who's on the corpse cart?
Me.
Yeah, you're the only one with the distance weapons.
Okay, yeah. Does it seem like he's getting away, or?
Oh, he's still tied up, right?
He is partially tied up, but it looks like he is
Alright, I'm gonna
almost
shoot him in the
free.
knee then.
I'll just jump down and punch him in the face.
Alright.
All right, so you're gonna run at him.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready to shoot him in the knee if Willem doesn't
When we
catch
get
him.
when we get close enough, I'll just jump down and punch him in the face.
All right.
Wait, do we want him alive? Do we
Yes.
care?
Yes.
Yeah, we want him alive. Do you have
Sure.
questions?
Well,
I don't mind killing him.
shit, I shouldn't say anything. You guys are in a separate
I'm
cart
yelling,
than me.
we want him alive.
Okay, I punch him really hard in the face then,
All right.
to try to knock him unconscious, or subdue him, or whatever.
Before you get close enough,
Oh shit! All right.
his foot comes free and he starts running for it.
All right, I shoot him in the knee.
Shoot him in the knee.
Let's see.
You called your shot though.
I know, I did call my shot. DM, does that add any difficulty to the shot?
Sort of.
Okay.
But he's got like 1 hit point, so.
But I'm going for the knee, I swear.
Yeah, so you're basically just gonna shoot his knee out and like take him to 0. So it'll be fun.
Okay, well, it is a, I don't know what disadvantage I have to be shooting at his knee, but with my
It's all
palm
up to you.
pistol, that is a 21 to hit.
A 21 to hit.
There goes
That
the knee.
hits. He like, and he sees you, and he like pulls his hands free, and he starts running, and you just, and you just see it go and knock out like the side of his knee, and he just crumples to the ground, screaming.
So I can catch up to him. That's gonna get annoying. I'm
All
sorry.
yours, Willem.
Yeah. I can get to him now, I assume.
Yeah.
Is he still screaming
You
when I
can
get
see
there?
the other guy when you threw him out the back. His neck broke.
Sorry.
That happens. What about the guy screaming on the ground, basically, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I play my flute louder. Don't listen to it. No, I don't. I don't do that.
As if this poor family isn't scarred enough. Now you're just gonna throw a screaming
Well, we're not carrying
lunatic
the
in there.
corpses in this wagon, so I could just leave him, I guess, because he's not going anywhere.
Next wagon will pick you up.
The next wagon will pick you up. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, he might bleed out though.
Oh, well, he's worth the same dead, right?
Yeah.
We do want to ask him about the SR situation, though.
All right. That's a good point. Thank you. All right, so I nudge him with my boot and say, "Who's SR? Spill.
My freaking leg!
Spill it. Tell us everything."
Ah!
No, that's not what I want to hear.
No.
I think you have to heal
dying
him a
here.
little bit.
I put my boot on his leg.
Ah! Make an intimidation check.
Oh, I will. I'll intimidate the shit out of this guy.
Intimidatingly.
Intimidatingly, guys.
That's my move.
You're not here right now.
Hey, yes.
Oh, you are
I'm
here.
right there.
He's just sitting on the cart behind you.
I'm watching you intimidatingly.
I rolled a
Trying
natural. I rolled a
to
natural
intimidate
20
him.
for intimidation.
Oh, you rolled a
that's
natural 20?
That's actually a 28 for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Very nice.
That's more intimidating than the Wayfinder's.
Oh wait,
I just
no,
want
I'm
to point
sorry.
that
I
out.
did roll a 20, but it's not a 28. It's a 23. So I looked at the wrong number.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah. I'm so glad I got a natural 20 for this. What a waste.
You
Hey, first nat 20 of the game today.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
What?
People
Wasted.
bear.
We don't. We still didn't get a horn. Oh well.
Morning zoo. What? Oh, all right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Yes, you will.
Yes, I will. I just said that.
Then do it.
What do you want to know?
Who's SR?
What? SR? I don't know what that means.
Why are you bringing people to the barrens or the barrows?
The boss asked us to.
You mean Lucky?
Yeah, but you know, he's kind of the boss. He's the little boss, not the big boss.
Who's the big boss and where are they?
Oh, Mr. Ash. He's at the barrows.
Where's the barrows? You're trying my patience.
Fucking hell, man! It's over through the woods.
That's not helpful. Be more clear.
So I don't know what to tell you.
Through the woods where? Can you draw a map?
Over the river, through the woods, past grandmother's house.
I'm gonna have to stab him really hard if he keeps that.
Hey, I'm just real quick, Willem. I'm gonna yell out to you. Hey, I'm gonna make sure we get these ladies back to the.
Oh, I'm almost
the
done.
village.
That's fine.
Can you catch up? Is it cool if you catch up with the other cart?
Yeah, sure. No problem. Thanks.
All right.
They're in the middle of the road, though, so you're gonna have to kind of tool around them.
So you're saying I go over the river and through the woods, past grandmother's house.
Past grandmother's house.
All right.
Yeah, he says,
Very good.
says, yeah,
You want to
it's
be
the,
killed, don't you?
It's the barrows from the, I don't know, they've always just been here, mate. The famous, the through the woods, in the hills.
Do I know what he's talking about?
I'm
not
You're
from
from
around
Imperium, no.
here. So I'm not from around here. Can you draw a map?
Yeah, sure, whatever you want.
Okay. Did you leave yet, Rue, with the wagon, Tiber?
I assumed as soon as you confirmed. I didn't want to interrupt the conversation, but I assumed that we left as soon as
she's
you
a good, like, 40 feet away.
All right. So I'll wait for the next wagon, and then we'll bring him along so we can get him to do something.
Kind of. Do you have like
Ah.
gauze or something? This is bleeding pretty bad, mate. Oh god.
Yeah.
Die.
You chose the wrong path, my friend.
Willem's a dick.
I don't like bad people.
Yeah.
I don't like bullies. They don't get my sympathy.
Have we caught up with Willem yet in our corpse collection?
About 10 minutes after this, the second you guys kind of come around this corner, and you see Willem standing there in his armor, next to somebody squirming on the ground. And it's probably 10, 15 yards from the body of a tied up brigand whose head is at a very odd angle.
All right, well, I'm going to stop and get out and pick up the corpse.
All right.
Let's take this guy too.
Yeah, why did we bring him in the first place?
I don't know.
Okay, good. As long as you don't know either, that makes me feel
That's a
better.
question more for the Wayfinder, I think.
Yeah.
I have a lot of
Yes, it
questions
is.
for him, but he's a mysterious guy. We'll just go with it.
Okay.
That'd be mysterious.
So
He's
we
so
have
intimidating too, isn't he?
So we have, I just want to confirm, we have Lucky, 16 corpses, and 1 living brigand right now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Bring
And
out
then
your
whatever was left over in town.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, we still got the ogre and whatnot too. Big Mike.
All the
Mikey.
bodies.
Oh, no, Big Mike, isn't he back at the?
In the
town,
village.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. We'll have him when we get there.
Oh yeah. Okay. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because there's no way he's fitting in the cart.
No.
As well.
Probably not.
Okay. What did he have to say?
He told me that where the barrows were, and he mentioned the name of the person who's SR, I believe. So we could go and investigate that if we want to. I tell JC, or I'm sorry, I tell him everything I found out.
Okay. What'd you do to his knee?
It wasn't me.
Okay.
He was trying to run, and
Got it.
Things happen.
Things happened.
Okay.
Causality.
Let's get them in the
Tiber gave him some pause.
cart and start going back.
Very good.
Tiber, Wayfinder, the two of you roll into town, and you can see the brigands that you had killed while in town have been like pulled off to the side. Even Big Mikey, and they've got tarps over them in the snow.
Can I check the?
You see, like Mikey's gut is just sticking out.
Can I check the wanted poster and see where we need to bring them to get our reward?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it
What
this?
is that, Tiber?
Is it this village?
How much do you know about bounty hunting?
Whatever the default level of knowledge of bounty hunting is.
I saw it.
You're not sure.
Once.
Okay. History check. I mean, what should I?
Hang on, I was on Tiber.
Sorry.
It's all good. So
Right.
we arrived, and it's the Wayfinder who was driving the cart.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I am going to help. Can the mother walk on her own yet?
Yeah, she's a little wobbly, but she's all right.
Okay. If she needs like arm around my shoulder, great. I'll just bring her. I'm gonna ask her where she wants to go. Like, should I? Is it best to bring you into the tavern? To the inn? Okay.
Yeah. As you pull up outside the inn, you can see the man with big, long, kind of graying blonde beard, who turns around and looks up, and you notice that that's Mac. That was the bartender, and he looks at you, Wayfinder, because you're the only one he can see as you pull up.
Yeah.
Do you say anything to him?
Got something for you in the back.
And he runs around to the back as Tiber opens the doors, and there she is. He's like, "Oh God, thank God you're safe. Thank you." And he like holds her, and his daughter comes out, and he holds her. It's like, oh.
Once they're safely together, I run into the inn to the locked pantry, and do the knock that me and her know.
Right.
Does she knock back?
She does.
I undo the thing that I told you I did.
Right.
And I open the door.
She's like sitting there. Another cupboard.
I know. I'm sorry, but you're safe. We got the mother and daughter back. Are you okay?
Oh, good. I'm fine. Thank you.
Let's have a drink, and we'll figure out where we're staying tonight.
All right.
And I bring her to the bar, and hopefully there's another barkeep. Or if there's not, I just reach around the bar and grab.
Yeah, you basically have a run of the bar right now.
All right, that's fine. I pour us drink.
And then soon afterwards, like as you're pouring drinks, Mac comes in the front door and sits his wife down. He's like, "Oh yes, please, help yourself. Help yourself." All right, second cart people.
Yes.
Death cart.
Yes, death cart.
It's corpse cart.
Corpse cart.
Death cart for cutie? No? Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Stop.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Death cart 3000.
You're out.
Death cart 3000.
I like death cart for cutie. You're just like,
yeah. You pull into town at this point. It's an enclosed cart.
that's good.
But you've had to pile a few of the bodies on top.
Well,
Securely, I hope.
Yeah.
For the most part.
It's a fairly secure place anyway. And as you come in, people
I
are
just meant that they weren't falling off.
Yes. And as you
we
come
probably
in,
should have put a tarp over this.
as you come into town, you see people are like, just watching you go by with this like pile of bodies, and then like the doors open in the back and more bodies.
That's how we roll.
Literally.
Stacking bodies.
Can I park? I'm just gonna park the cart next to the Mikey corpse.
That's
Big Mike.
basically right next to the other cart.
Yeah.
In front of the inn.
Perfect.
Yeah, put all the corpses in one spot so it doesn't horribly stink.
Yep.
Okay.
3 corpses, everything's fine.
At least it's cold out. That's good, right? That helps it decompose slower.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go with that theory.
Science.
Yeah.
I like science.
Yeah, you can see the other carts here. There's a bunch of townspeople around, and as you pull in, they kind of realize what's happening, and they're hey! And give you big applause and thank you so much. And you can see this woman comes out, kind of graying hair, early 40s, in a kind of a peasanty sort of bodice and skirts and heavy wool cloak. She says, "Did you find out where they took my girl?"
You know where the barrows is?
Yes, I do.
Then yes, we know where they took her.
We're going to go and get her back.
Oh, well, thank you. Anything we can do.
Do you know who would have put up a wanted poster for all these guys?
The sheriff.
Okay.
Where's the sheriff?
Yeah.
He usually makes rounds, but you could probably talk to the constables.
Okay. Where are the constables?
They're in the jail.
Perfect. Calgor?
I don't think both of us really need to go, do you?
Oh, you can go ahead and go.
Seems more like your kind of thing.
Does it?
It
I
does.
don't know. All right, I'll go to the constables then.
The law and order paladin.
That's
Yeah.
me.
All right, you head to the constables. What do the rest of you do? Gray, Calgor,
Bar.
Bar.
I go to the bar.
You go to the bar and you see Tiber and what's her name?
Sorry, it's been a while.
Tiana.
Tiana, thank
Tiana.
you.
Tiana.
Tiana, my life,
like-
my wife, my life, my soon-to-be wife. Oh,
Wow.
Okay. I was like, Tila? No, that I'm
Yeah, I was
pretty
like-
sure is
it's
a
like,
He-Man
yeah.
thing.
yeah.
Because we would
Um,
never steal from any other IP for this story.
Never. No.
Nope.
While at the
Gore.
bar, once the barkeep is back, I will ask the best place if there's rooms available there, or if we need to stay somewhere else.
This is. Of course, you can stay here. I've got plenty of rooms for you. They're on
Okay.
me, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, much appreciated.
Well, it's the least I can do.
You know anybody by the initials SR?
No one's leaping to mind.
And Engie, just clarity. Name of this guy. This was Taylor Privet, right?
This is Mac
A
Privet.
privet.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a Privet.
Taylor's, yeah.
Thank you.
Angie, the guy that I interrogated said a last name, right? But I totally forgot what it was. But it's an R last name.
Roush.
Okay, so it's Roush somebody, and I would have told Calgor that.
Okay, how about S. Roush?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, who's Taylor?
Taylor's my great grandfather.
Shit.
Am I in earshot of this conversation?
Yeah.
So I jump in.
You're all there but Willem.
Is there anything that happened in this town or with your great grandfather generations ago big battle, big thing? Anything of note?
I mean, there's the Orc Wars, but that's a long time ago. It's what the barrows are. They house the heroes from the Orc Wars.
Can I have a shot? I need a shot right now.
Hey, whiskey.
Yes.
Whiskey? Anyone else?
I'll take
Need
a
a
whiskey.
whiskey.
I will also have a whiskey.
2?
I will. Does my lady want one as well?
I think I could use one.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
goes
Utah.
to get you.
Sorry. I do
Honey,
this
Utah?
just to get. I'm just doing this just to get JC to give me that. Just give up.
Give up the jokes.
I already gave up.
Yeah, it's true.
Aw.
All right, sorry. Continue.
No fighting.
As you were.
Let's see here. Yes. You come up outside the jail. You can
Sorry to
see
me. Sorry.
Willem,
Yes.
and you can see there's movement inside. Smoke coming out of the chimney.
Do I see another copy of the wanted poster by any chance?
Not outside.
Okay. I go in.
All right. You walk in and you can see two men in their 30s and 40s, look a little run down, wearing basic farmer hats and jerkin, and but they both wear red sashes, indicating that they're constables. And as you come in, there's one. The first one who's like sitting at a desk right next to you, and he's just got these big mutton chops, and you kind of blink your eyes for a second and realize that he's a halfling. And he says, "Oh, hello. How can I help you?"
What do I see about the reward for these brigands that we captured? And by captured, I mean killed.
Brigands?
Oh, one is alive. That's right. I forgot.
What brigands might those be?
Lucky and that gang.
The Boar Valley Butchers.
Those, yes, those, very same.
Ennis! You hear this, what is it? These guys cut the Boar Valley Butchers, and he jumps up. He pads around and he grabs his cloak off of the thing. He's like, "Come on!"
Didn't
And
you
he puts
perhaps
on,
hear
like,
the
just
noise
this-
down the street at all? No?
Hmm?
You didn't hear the commotion down the street at all?
We did.
Quite a fight.
It happened a bit while ago.
Yeah, okay.
But it's all under control by the time we got there.
Sure. Oh, did you put the tarps down?
No, the townspeople did that.
Oh, very well. Okay. Well, we've got more.
Yeah, constables in general are local townsfolk who are kind of like pressed into service for a couple of months a year.
Gotcha.
So, in
Not
fact,
a high,
you can
high
see
budget
on
operation.
you can see on this guy's desk, you can see that he was working on a shoe, like he's a shoemaker.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And you see this tall, kind of blonding, thin, but with a little paunch gut guy come out the back, and he's like, "Did you say somebody cut the Boar Valley Butchers?"
Yes.
He's like, "That's right. These fellas did. Come on." He's, "Oh, this I have to see." And he goes and he puts on his coat and a hat, covers up his thing, like throws a scarf around. And they accompany you back out
Okay.
to the.
I bring them to the wagon of carnage. That's what I'm calling it.
Carriage of carnage,
The
sir.
carriage of
The carriage of carnage.
alliteration. Very nice.
Yes.
I like it. The carriage of carnage.
I hear the commotion, and so I walk out, just nursing my my glass of whiskey towards the caravan.
The wagon of waste.
Yeah, you just kind of like look out front and you see Willem coming through the snow with these two figures. One who's just like lanky and tall, and the other one who's short and all bundled up, and he looks almost like a dwarf if it weren't for the actual bare feet still coming out, which are covered in fur.
Adorable.
Mm-hmm. And
I indicate, here's some on the ground, as you can see, and then there's plenty more in the wagon here, and Lucky's in there somewhere among the pile, I believe.
They go and they're like, oh shit. And they look in the back, and you can see the tall guy goes, ugh. Ugh. And he goes and walks over to the edge of the road and so, Jesus, Ennis, get your stomach about you. And they're like, well, we can take stock. If you want to go in, grab a bite and a drink, we'll come in, give you a receipt, and we'll send for the sheriff to come by shortly with your reward.
Do I get the impression that he's being truthful, or is he not?
Yeah, I make an insight check.
Okay. Insight or perception? Whatever you say.
Insight.
Insight it is.
Mm-hmm.
Stand by. 16.
16. He seems to be... He doesn't seem to be the kind of person who holds a lot in.
Okay. Very well. Take stock. We'll be inside. Thank
All
you.
right.
I go in the bar.
All right, you
Or
go
the
in the
inn.
bar. You pass by Gray on your way in.
Gray?
I just nod and look at the bodies and look at the retreat.
Continue lording his edge.
You know.
So do we have rooms for the night then? I take it?
Yeah, we got rooms. Do you have?
Excellent.
Is anybody watching the bodies right now?
No?
I mean, I'm sort of watching the bodies from afar.
Okay.
These men seem trustworthy.
Okay. Let's make sure
At that
we.
point, just let the bodies hit the
Here.
floor. At this point, I'm.
Oh.
They already did, I think.
Here. Let's see. To give
Look,
you an
no more.
idea, this is the tavern.
I like it. I like a good tavern.
They're coming in. So you've got Lucky and a couple of other guys there. And
And then just a horde.
your
of
wagons are
bodies.
basically here.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Let's
it's
just
not
make
like
sure-
they're down the street or anything. You can watch them through.
They're
the
going to
window.
take stock and let us know, and have to send for the sheriff for our reward. But
Okay, we didn't dismember anything too badly, so hopefully
shouldn't be
they
a
pay us the
problem.
right amount.
No, just regular murder.
just garden
I
variety
didn't murder
death.
anybody, okay?
Only
Yeah, I didn't
murdered
murder.
like three, four.
Yeah, the cows murdered at least two.
It's combat.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
war. It doesn't
Fine,
matter.
we're all fine here.
The real question is, do we pursue to the barrows? Do we do all that?
I mean,
I think
why wouldn't we? There's
a short rest is in order, yeah?
Well, I mean,
Well, not
perhaps a long
tonight.
rest. I don't
Yeah.
mean now. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, in the morning. But that's something. Is that something we want to do?
I mean, there's people who are going to probably keep sending brigands at this town. Why wouldn't we try to stop that?
Well, and also there's already been people taken, so I feel like I would like to go and try to bring them back.
I'm with you. I don't want to abandon these people. They obviously can't handle it themselves. They have those little halfling constables who aren't doing anything, so
But they are adorable. That guy,
You
that
look
guy's
out, and there's the
personality.
halfling who's like patting the other guy on the back as he's just puking in the snowdrift. Tall human.
Personality goes a long way.
I mean, let's be honest. They're idiots. They can't defend this town.
They
We need to do something.
Clearly.
Engi, I am hearing this conversation, and I'm assuming.
You're all gathered around it. I assume the same thing.
Yes. Is Tiana? Because I'm more paying attention to what Tiana thinks of all this. What is she?
You want to ask her?
I'll look at her and see is she like vehemently listening and like very much wanting to be a part of this
I'm assuming
campaign.
you're all basically sitting at the same table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're sitting in a group talking about this, except
Probably.
Gray has not said he's come inside yet. So
Okay, then I'm just staying silent, and unless any of you address me, I'm staying silent.
Wayfinder, what do you think?
Something going on here. Something bigger than this town, probably.
As much as I hate to say it, we need you if we're gonna do this. We can't do it just two of us.
I'm in.
You're in? Tiber?
Oh,
I look to Tiana.
no.
She gives me a nod. Yes, I'm in.
Very good.
All
Very
right.
good.
I yell out to Gray. Gray, stop being a creep and come in here.
I just look over.
There's
Walk
going to
up
be
to the
more killing.
doorway.
Are you in?
I look up to the doorway. I look over at Willem and at
The
Coggle.
door is closed. It's winter.
Oh, I walk
It
through
is
the
not
doorway.
swinging doors.
It is not the saloon.
In or
Jesus.
out, man?
Christ.
This is a British tavern.
In or out?
I just walk.
I mean, Irish if we're going by accent, but just saying.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I'm inside. I just look over at Willem and Coggle. I just shrug and I'm like, sure, why not?
All right. It's unanimous.
All right,
Perhaps a nice rest first.
there's something we don't know though. Like
Well, many
they're
things
not
we don't.
telling us something about SR or this guy's family.
Who's they?
Any of the townsfolk.
Do we need to interrogate some more people? Because I'm down with that.
Let's try to not be intimidating and let's
Well,
let
we
them
should
know
leave
we're trying to
Wayfinder out
help
of
them
this then. Right?
Where's the bartender
behind the bar.
behind the bar?
Is he behind the bar?
Is he? Like he's with his
Is he?
family.
He is in there. He's grabbing food for his wife and his child, and kind of paying a lot of attention to them. But also is like, did you need anything else?
Yes, we need some information.
I fill you in that he gave me no
Oh,
information
what,
on the
what's-
basic questions.
Hmm.
All right. What sort of information did you need then?
We'd like to know why they're coming to take people from the town, and we'd like to try to stop them because, frankly, we don't like them. So
I interrupt
yes,
Willem, and I disregard. I'm not even acknowledging him as if he wasn't even saying anything. Who in this town knows the most about the Orc Wars?
Oh, gosh,
Or the
I-
barrows.
is-
Anybody who could tell us about either of those two things.
yes.
I mean,
exactly.
Ezekiel Connell's pretty old.
Where is he?
I suppose round home.
Where's that?
Which, you know,
That's Grandma's house.
in the village.
Past
I can
Grandma's
give you
house.
directions. I could send for him if you like.
Why don't you send for him? That sounds like a good idea. Thank you.
It's all right.
So I walk over to the rescued family and I just what are they doing?
Being
They
alive.
are eating,
Being thankful.
drinking, not like drinking. They're like
Yes.
having water and stuff.
So I sit down and I look at the bartender's wife and I go, "How are you feeling?"
Who are you talking? Who are you
The
addressing?
bartender, the wife.
The wife.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm a bit dizzy. It's, you know, better than I would have felt if you hadn't come got me. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you'll
Suddenly
take some-
hear, Bodo! Bodo! Would you go get Ezekiel couple for these people, please? Hey, I'm on it! That's the halfling seed.
So I turn back to the wife. I go, "Well, you know, you were pretty close to death there. If you hadn't come along, you would have wouldn't be here so much."
You have the best bedside
Wow,
manner
that's
ever.
amazing.
Are you
Yes,
talking
and I'm-
to the daughter or
To
the mom?
the mom.
Yeah. He's maybe 8 feet away from you guys. And
You're
Who's
died.
almost dead? Like she should be dead right now.
yeah,
Can
her
we
eyes
not?
are doing this.
Yeah, can we?
Can we give
She
her a
needs
healing
to go to
potion?
bed. Can she go to bed?
No,
Did her
don't go to
husband-
bed if you've had a concussion.
I mean, like, but just get her safe
Yeah.
somewhere, like not in a bar.
Do I
Is that
still have
just
my
me?
healing potion? I do. I just give it to her because this is silly. Here, drink this,
She
please.
says, "Oh no, I'm sure it'll be fine."
No, I think you should drink it. It's a good idea.
If you insist.
Thank you.
She pulls the top off and is like, and you can see the bruising kind of comes
Much
down
better.
on her face and recedes a little bit. And she says,
Much better.
"Hey, that does feel a bit better. Thank you."
Good. Good. We're glad you're all right.
Is anybody else in real life concerned about WallE just holding the candles like that?
Yes.
just ignoring
so,
him,
so
frankly.
I don't know if you missed the chat, but I was curious of which one was, because I feel like one is electric and one is real. Are they both electric? And that's why he put one in his mouth. That's got to be the real one. Don't you? No, don't. Oh God, they're both they're both electric. Okay, it's fine. We're all fine here. Don't worry. If we can continue.
I'm
Okay.
not sure what's
Just-
happening.
It's
Just
we're in a tavern at a table. I'm just setting the mood.
He doesn't
Yeah.
know what to do with his hands. That's what.
Yeah,
we just
until I get
gotta-
up, I have to do this.
All right. While we're waiting for Ezekiel to get here, is there anywhere in town to get more healing potions by any chance? To the bartender.
He says, "Gosh, we haven't had an apothecary in this town in ages."
That's not good. Anywhere nearby? Anywhere that might be on the way to the barrows?
Said, "Well, tell you what, when Bodo gets back, maybe you could ask him."
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good old
I-
Bodo.
Get up off the table so I can put these down.
Please do.
Oh, why?
It's not weird at all.
No, totally not weird.
Okay.
So now
I'm just gonna drink until Ezekiel
I'm
gets
gonna
there.
go
then.
back to the wife and be like, well, you went through a lot, but we need to go after these people that did this to you. And did you hear anything or see anything that might be useful? That thing we should know about the barrows or about why they kidnapped you.
Gray, come over here and have a drink. Leave them alone.
Stop flirting with the saved people. He's married.
I just ignore them and just put my finger out and just 1 second, just not even look over at Calgore over there.
Interesting band of people.
Who is that? You just said a name. Who is that? Is that like a friend of yours from your childhood?
Not anymore.
Engi, would I?
Sorry,
would I,
Engi.
Engi, would I? Does she respond to me, or does she say anything, or do I need to roll something?
she's-
I don't know how that works.
No, she says, "Unfortunately, we weren't in the carriage for long enough to find anything out.
Is
We're
there a way
not
I can?
sure. They mostly just kept to the woods. They just started coming in a few weeks back.
All right,
Taking everything.
I'm gonna interrupt. Engi, what is the Aldgate equivalent of screaming Jesus Christ?
Let's see.
He's probably stronger than he is. You could just drag him away.
No, I'm gonna try to do it without physical force once.
Jumping Aegon on a pogo stick.
Jumping Aegon on a pogo stick. Greg, get over to this fucking table.
You might
God.
want to leave them alone for a while.
I look at.
You did already ask Mac a bunch of stuff before the attack.
Wait, Mac? Wait, who's Mac? Sorry.
He's the bartender.
Oh, the
Bartender.
bartender.
This
Husband.
woman's husband.
Got it. Got it.
Mac
got it.
Privet?
Mac Privets. Got it.
Mac Privet.
I just kind of shrug and I walk over to Calgore. I need another drink.
Yeah, great. Leave them alone. Go get
Let
the
it
drink.
go, man.
Come on, dude.
They've been through enough.
Just gonna keep drinking.
All right.
Mac, any time frame on this person?
Well, should be here shortly.
Okay.
If you hadn't interrupted the DM, you would have seen him.
I see.
Classic Willem.
That's suspicious.
Then you hear this and this huge,
Sorry, folks.
just big man, missing a leg, walks through the door. He's got this big white, bushy
really-
beard,
Is he really that
no
big?
mustache. What?
Is he really that big on the map? My God.
No.
Oh, okay.
Big, bushy beard, no mustache, skull cap, wooden leg, and he's and a cane. And he walks in and he says, "Ah, you called for me."
Yes. Yes, we did. And I.
Mac, whiskey.
Tell us what you know about the barrows and the Orc Wars. Not the Oak Wars. The Orc Wars.
The elf guy over there has his hand up.
Sorry, this is the me as a
Oh.
player to
Go ahead.
Engi. I just, as soon as like this person enters, I'm going to grab Tiana and say, "Time for bed." Does she listen to me?
Not yet. Let's stay here and hear what he has to say. It'll be fine. Fine.
For now.
Do any
All right,
of us pick up on that?
You're all at the same table.
Okay.
I mean, I try to do it as
That's odd.
quietly and as
Make her stealth check.
okay. Fair
Perception.
enough.
Make her stealth check.
Is that what you want me to do,
She's too good at
Engi?
Yes.
stealthing.
Well, yeah, let's try that one. And then everybody else makes a perception roll. Or I
Oh,
guess.
cool.
How do I just roll 20?
Hold.
Yep. And add perception.
That is a 20, not natural.
An unnatural 20.
19.
Perception.
21.
Plus 3. 20. Because I had the plus 3, so I rolled a 17. Plus 3 is 20, right?
13.
Yeah. Literally everybody's staring at the two.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hi.
Cool. Do I do a roll to just play it off like, okay, for now? Like, okay. Try to make it not seem as dramatic as
As maybe everybody thinks it
yes.
is.
Do you need a minute?
I have a
Wally.
question. Sorry, before you get back in character.
Yep.
What's the name of this town again?
Ox Barrow.
Thank you.
Oak Sparrow.
Ezekiel. Mind if I sit?
Please
course.
do.
Pulls out a chair. So, what's so important? You made me get out of my nice warm house into the cold. Have a lovely spot of whiskey.
Let's get a whiskey for this man.
He's already getting me a whiskey. What do you want?
What do you know about the Orc Wars?
There's a lot of them.
Okay. How about Taylor Privet?
Taylor Privet. There's a lot of people in this town fought in the Orc Wars.
Can you tell us something about the Orc Wars in terms of what it was about, who won?
Jeez. There's 1,000 years of Orc Wars. The Orcs came from the east, burst into Imperia. This is something you would probably know. This is like,
But I would know what you mean.
yes, those of you from Imperia would probably know. And actually, the Orc Wars kind of forged the land. So they went on for 1,000 years. There were multiple ones. There was the first one where a large group of orcs came in, destroyed Imperia, before it was actually Imperia. It was just a group of loose nations. Destroyed each nation. They all banded together and fought back, kicked the orcs out. The orcs came in again. Imperia stood and became Imperia.
Yes.
And then the third Orc War was like 1 million orcs. During this Orc War, it's kind of the thing that turned Imperia into the current Imperia it is today. The Draken were created to fight the orcs, from Knights of the Realms and a dragon who sacrificed himself. High Keep invented muskets during this time. Technically, they found a musket in a dungeon and recreated a whole lot of them for their people. The Midlands pulled together and fought them too, but there were some orcs who stayed in the northern Midlands. So these barrows that you're asking about, they house the remains of a lot of the men and women who fought in those wars.
Is anybody alive staying there?
What?
Is there anybody living that's staying in the barrows?
Can't imagine anyone living wanting to stay in a tomb.
Well, that's where the woman and the kid were getting taken. Somebody S. Roush. Ring a bell?
I mean, there was a Baron Roush a few generations back. Prick. Got his comeuppance.
What happened?
Local folk got tired of his shit. Pitchforks, torches, set him on fire, knocked down his castle, that sort of thing.
Who in the town led that? Was it Privet's family by any chance?
I mean, there were a lot of people in this town who were part of that. Don't really know. Not really well documented.
What was he known for that was the shit that they were tired of?
He was a dick, an asshole, ruled with an iron fist, that sort of thing. You know, he string people up, put them on pikes, that sort of thing. People who
It's like a dick.
didn't do what he likes. Thanks, Mac.
How dangerous was he?
I mean, when you're Baron, you're plenty dangerous. So you got all those people following you.
Is anyone still friendly to the Baron's name in this town today?
I doubt it. Been dead for 100 years, 200 years.
You have any kids?
None that I can think of.
Perception check if he's telling the truth.
Insight.
Insight. Okay.
Can I roll for that too?
That would be
Sure.
big effing no.
Also rolling for that.
24.
Like, I like this guy. He's gruff and looks like Brian Dennehy.
Yeah.
That's a natural one. I just have fallen in love with him.
You and I both had nat ones on that.
Yeah.
Nice. Willem, what'd you get?
24.
24.
You know, does your D20 have just like 17s and above?
No, I just have a lot of bonuses.
What are you trying to figure out?
If he's being truthful, I
Wait.
guess.
Insight or what was the roll?
Insight.
Insight.
Yes.
Insight. I mean, I might as well.
I
Roll-
got
roll
a
plan
22.
22.
Give me
Are you
one
doing it too,
second.
Tiber?
Make sure I have any. I have no pluses to that, so that's an 18 straight.
Oh, that's still pretty nice.
Wayfinder and I are just like, I trust everything he's saying right now. Hey, pretty. He got
Wait.
pretty
Get
facial
him
hair. I
another
like.
drink. This guy's awesome.
You're my pal. You're my pal.
If I had my
We are
bonus,
fine.
it was a
You're my
plus
boy,
3.
Blue.
So-
You're my boy.
You're my boy, Blue.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Willem and Gray. He's telling the truth. You can tell that there's a lot of stuff he's glossing over because he probably isn't too clear on it.
Doesn't remember because he's old.
I mean, these are things that have been either told to him. Like you can tell by the way that he says some things that he's reciting. Either from somebody else having told him a story or from him reading it, maybe.
Reading it. All right.
And I'm assuming mine. I just believe him.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out. He's kind of hard to read. But you think he's telling the truth. You don't get all the nuance, but
If we were to head to the barrows tomorrow, because that's when he probably was assuming they would get delivered, is there anything on the way we need to worry about, or should pretty straight shot?
well, it's a pretty straight shot if you go through the woods.
Any other ways to get there?
Well, yeah, you can take the road, but it's going to take you an extra day.
Okay.
So as you go through the woods, might be some, creatures and stuff. Owlbears are sleeping this time of year, though.
That's good.
Yeah.
Can you make us a map?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent.
You got some paper?
I
Nope.
don't know if I do. I bet Mac does, though.
I bet you we can wrangle up some.
All right. Let's get a map with both ways, if you could.
Hey, Bodo. Ah, yeah. Bodo, you think you could wrangle us up like a quill and some paper? He's like, quill and paper. Yes, absolutely. We'll be right back. And he runs out the front door.
Excited little bunch, aren't they?
He's just he's a good fella. He's always happy to help with things, even if it means going out in the cold, which I don't understand. But then again, I have a lot more frozen joints than he does.
Is there anything in this town with histories or books or anything that tells of the Baron and what he did in his time?
Well, we don't have libraries around here.
What about...
There might be some handwritten accounts of things. Mostly the things that I've heard from the used to work for the current Baron.
Where's the current Baron?
Newcastle. I actually have an answer for this. I just can't remember the name of the city off the top of my head. It's back up north in Isabeau.
All right, well, that doesn't sound close, so
Nah.
no. Okay.
What about a place we could get some potions and things for healing, etc.?
So I should ask Bodo when he comes back.
Can Bodo get pretty much anything?
He's kind of the guy to go to.
All right, I will. Or we will, I think. Good thinking. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Well,
Ezekiel, thank you.
good luck and thanks for taking care of Oxbarrow. We appreciate you.
It was
I take a
right thing
silver
to
out
do.
and I put it in front of him and thank him. All the whiskey's on me for the night.
Give it right to Mac. Thank you.
I do.
And he goes over and he actually sits with the family and like, puts his hand on her and like hugs her. He's apparently, this whole town's fairly familiar with each other. Bodo comes back in. He's like, like shakes off a bunch of snow off his head.
Oh, I thought he just motorboated somebody.
It's a different show.
And
Is it?
It is.
But is it though?
Well,
give
so
it to
far.
week 4.
So far.
no,
Hey, Bodo.
motorboating is how you make families.
I see.
But you got our receipt for us?
Ah,
A
yes.
tally? Yes.
Yep. He pulls up this thing, ticket book, rips out a piece and hands it to you.
How much does it say on it? Okay, I'll rephrase. It should say 370 silver. I'm curious if you went over, under, or got it right.
It is for an even 400.
Okay,
He's like,
I'll take
Put
the
an
receipt.
extra couple in there for you.
Thank you.
But I also
thank
got the map, or not the map,
Paper?
the paper, and a quill. And
Great.
Ezekiel goes, yeah, bring it on over here.
Yeah.
Or actually he goes, no, wait, I'll come over there. Gets back up, walks over and sits back down to draw you guys a map.
And we keep hearing you're the guy who knows where potions are if we need to get some.
Says, oh, well, if anyone goes to the witches, it's me.
The what?
The witches.
The witches.
You get yours straight from a witch, no alchemist?
There's witches in the woods. No, don't get many alchemists around these parts.
So we send you, and you can get us some.
We're
healing
kind of
potions?
in the sticks, if you had noticed.
We
Yeah,
did notice.
we're
yeah.
aware.
A little bit.
Oh yeah, but there's plenty of witches in the woods. Keep
How-
the woods running.
How long does it take you to do a run to the witches?
He says, "Oh, a lot longer than you probably want. I got a store back at the jail. You guys need some healing potions,
Yeah, we do.
We do.
so I can get you 3 for a good deal."
How much?
He says, "Well, normally I think they're 25. No, wait, they're 50 each.
50 what?
Gold."
Okay, Dia or Engi, is that
Yeah.
actually a good price, or is he ripping us off?
You don't know.
Well, no, we would know what it would be common price for a healing
Yeah,
potion.
yeah. I'm trying to remember how much they actually cost. I think it's 50 gold. He says, "But seeing as you're such good Samaritans for the city, I can do 25 each. I've got 3 of them. 3 that I can spare anyway."
And then Engi, how much gold did we start with originally each?
Probably around 10.
Okay.
Level 4.
Guys,
Level
Even me.
Yeah.
all right. So
Spend all your money getting here.
we got
Well, I
we got
eschewed
50
the
off
wealth.
of Lucky.
Oh, that's right.
I definitely need another potion. I used my last one up. Willem, you used yours.
So
We can't go into this without a potion. So,
So we've collectively we all have one. John and Chris, or sorry, Calgore and Willem
Have used
used
Yes.
theirs.
Stars, yeah.
Yep. So 2 gets
My-
us back to restock when we need, and I'm suggesting we take 1 extra.
Well, in character, I'm suggesting we use what we found off Lucky to replenish what we have, what we lost, and I'm saying we get 2.
He has 3 available. We might as well.
I think we should. Let's all throw in 5 each and just
It's a
get the
good
second
price.
one.
I mean, it's half the market rate. So
Didn't we get something for all of the bodies?
A receipt.
We haven't gotten
Oh,
it yet.
that's it. Oh, that's cool. All
Yeah.
right.
Mm.
Can we pay for the potions
Out of receipt.
out of the receipt? Because I mean, theoretically, like the receipt is like is the gold or silver coming to the constable that we get it based on the
We-
receipt, or do we have to go
Yeah.
to a place and get
Can we get it on
You want to
escrow?
make a persuasion roll?
it? I'll do that. Yeah.
I can do a persuasion roll.
But you're not the one persuading.
That's true, but
Yeah.
I do have much persuasion.
Just
Yeah.
let's see how he does, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Oh no, you know what? I'll get to pile on. I don't allow that.
No.
My persuasion's really good, so
Okay.
I have a +4.
I have a +5.
21.
21. He says, well, you all seem like you're good for it. I'll tell you what. We'll make it so.
Great. Thank
Okay.
you.
So that.
So hold on to the gold.
Yep.
Kalgor.
And I put my hand on what's the guy's name? Bodo, his shoulder, and thank you.
Intimidatingly.
No. See, when I say intimidatingly, it's when I want to be intimidating.
Thankfully.
Specifically. So I don't have
He's
to.
being
It's not. I'm not always intimidating.
sincerely.
I have the ability to be intimidating.
He's
and
sincere.
choose to do it.
And sorry, Engie, what was the math again on copper to silver to gold?
10 to 10 to 10.
10 to 10 to 10.
So it's 10 copper or silver,
So
10
it was-
silver.
Yeah,
Right, but
so
we're getting
another
we're still
consignment.
short.
So
Because then-
400 silver is
We have
40.
we have 400, so we still need to take.
So we pay the
35
rest.
Yeah,
the
35 of the gold out of that. Okay, so we have 15 gold left. Got it.
Plus whatever we have naturally, because we start with 10, right? Everyone?
Yeah, but I'm not tracking individual money.
Oh no,
but
I know.
yes.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, so there's 15 currently, and like our group has
So
this money.
we have 90 total because we got 50 from Lucky and then 40 from the silver and the receipt, right? Is that right? So there's 400
No.
silver.
It's
I don't know. I
It's-
must have started with more gold because I have more than 10 gold. So I don't know. But, maybe.
okay. We out of the lucky pile, we took 35. That combined with the receipt is everything. So we have 15 extra gold that has not been divided up. That's where we are.
Got it.
Okay.
Great.
Where do you see your gold on?
You're
Well,
useful to
unless
have
there's-
around, Kalgor.
Unless there's anything else you guys want to go over for the evening, Ezekiel
No.
will make you guys a map.
Yep.
Okay.
You can head upstairs for the evening, and we can take a little break.
Yes.
Yep. I'll hold on to the extra potion and give Willem one.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So we are going to go for a break.
All right. 5 minutes, no longer.
5 minutes.
If anyone wants
How am
to,
I going to run
if
to the
anyone
liquor
wants
store in 5
to-
minutes?
If anyone wants to jump on to the break screen, I can throw you on anytime, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Chat, we'll see you soon.
I
Let's
will.
have a break.
I will need the
Okay.
break. So.
Yeah.
All right.
BRB, friends.
Yay. To be continued.
Well, hello, awesome folks. It looks like everybody else is still enjoying their break, but I wanted to thank you all so much for being a part of our second adventure of the Aldgate Adventures. What I like about this group is that we have some people who are veterans of not only role playing, but also in this format of doing it online on Twitch. But we also have some people who are absolutely brand new. So if you guys have any questions or just want to chat with me, I'm here. Hello. Hopefully they'll actually keep to the rule that we said of coming back within 5 minutes, because we are new to this channel, to this specific game, but we're super excited. I love this. Aldgate is basically John Enge's baby. He has created and written everything in this world. So what I like about this versus other games that I've played, so I have been playing D&D since I was 14. We won't say what year that was. But definitely things have changed since second edition AD&D back in the day. 1792. Go F yourself, Enge. It's true. I'm also immortal. If you guys have not seen my social media, I don't age. Apparently, that has happened. it's what the consensus is. But I thoroughly enjoy this game. This is very fun jumping on with people that are veterans, not only and brand new to the game, because this is D&D. Like, this is all the D&D rules. There's just some exciting kind of piratey stuff added in, as well as this whole world that's been built around it. And I'm still of the old school faction that I didn't even know that there was games written for D&D that everybody plays. For example, Curse of Strahd, I got invited to, not knowing that that's a game that was written, and many people have played it. So it's very fun working with Enge on this, because this is his baby, and all of us get to explore it brand new. And I'm super stoked for you all to figure it out. And also, I'm trying not to spoil too much of my character and their background, but I'm very excited for when stuff comes to the forefront of my past and who Tiana is and who I am and all that kind of stuff. So it's a very fun secret between all of us. So what's good? What's happening on this Sunday where it is very spoopy? We have 1 week until Halloween and there's Dodgers playing. I'm sure that the people on this chat have queued out of this if they're watching the Dodgers game, because I'm sure it's in full tilt right now. But I love
You can
to hear
see the
how-
reflection in WallE's background.
Yes. Tell me how the boys in blue are doing.
4-2, bottom 7. Kershaw pitched well into the bullpen.
And Dodgers up?
Yeah, they're winning 4-2.
Yes. All right.
Are we all good to come back, guys?
I mean, obviously I am. We're just hearing your voices, which is.
I know. I wanted to give everybody the chance to give a thumbs up for Mike to switch us back on.
Turn us on, Mike.
Oh, we got a no. Not yet.
Not yet. Well, we're told in the chat that WallE's background is great, because apparently we can see everything going on.
Yes, thanks. Wayfinder.
I have to work on my background. The problem is that I used to have this great setup that I had all my nerd stuff behind me, and now I'm just adding some lights and trying to make it look fun behind me. It's just a wall. I got nothing.
You need to improve your wall game.
It's true.
Up
There's
that
actually
wall.
a couple wonderful like posters and frame stuff that I want to put behind me. There's one that's actually a Flash. He did sign a specific thing for me, so I'm almost like wanting to put that behind me, but I don't know. We'll see.
And it looks like we're back according to Mike's hand signals.
Yay.
Hello.
Nothing like no warning. You gotta love it.
Yeah, there was a countdown, and no, we could take a minute to chat
Yeah, but
with
the
chat.
countdown doesn't work if you haven't let people acknowledge they're giving the countdown.
I didn't see any, but that's fine. Hey, it's nice to be back.
Hey, friends, missed you.
Are we back?
Yes.
Oh, we back.
Oh, we back.
Wait, you missed the countdont?
Apparently, I was, doing Dungeon Master stuff, and I missed it.
Oh, you can't want to do that.
Yeah.
That always hurts us.
Tiber, I'm gonna match your colors, just because.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yeah.
solidarity.
Oh,
I appreciate.
Good aesthetic.
appreciates.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're all, other than Willem over there, we're all pretty in the cool background, like purples and blues and stuff.
Fucking Willem. Ugh.
I do have a blue gel that I can probably
I
throw
do
on
have
the back there.
a dragon behind me up there. You can't really see it though.
Oh yeah.
That is
But now
one
that
of,
you
that
mentioned
is
that
one
it's
of the
a dragon.
D's.
It is one of my
Yeah,
Dungeons and
that's-
Dragons things.
Was it somebody did oh yeah, like you're playing at the catacombs and dungeons thing?
Catacomb.
Catacombs
And dungeons. Like, yep, that's exactly what it is.
Catacombs.
I hope you're not friends with that person anymore.
I don't even remember who they are.
Well, they're dead to me. so-
Literally, he doesn't remember.
No, I literally don't remember who. I just
Who are you? I don't even know.
All right, so D&D.
probably on my
What's up?
writer's happy hour.
Probably.
You all head upstairs for the evening. Get into your rooms, and unless any of you want to have conversations or anything, we're just gonna long rest this and move to the morning.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm assuming that Tiana convinces me for one reason or another to pursue this next quest.
Yes. She says, "Look, I'll be fine here. You go help those people. You have these skills. You need to use them to help people."
Just
You are too good for your own good.
Particular set of skills.
I will do this. But this is the last time I need you safe.
Shortly, we'll be in high keep, and then you won't have to worry about it.
Hopefully.
quick reminder to our entire group: if you hit long rest, it's going to reset your maximum hit points. So remember what your max is before you hit long rest,
Thank you.
because of our beyond setup.
Beyond.
It's going to how do we put it? Wait, what?
Same way you said it the first time
I don't recall.
through the site.
There's a checkbox that says reset maximum hit point. Can we just
Not check.
unclick
You can
that?
just not check that.
Let's see if
Yeah,
it works, because
unclick
it
it.
didn't last time.
Luckily,
Alright, I
I
did
wasn't
it.
hit with anything, so I'm just gonna be fine with.
Well, you get all your hit points back when you like.
Oh wait, no. When you got to reset, because that's how you get your hit points back.
Right.
Yeah, you're healing it.
You
now.
have to.
It did the thing. My hit points are still the same. If you
Okay.
uncheck
Yeah,
the
my
box.
actually like. Wait, do the hit points not recover when you take a long rest?
No, the
Shit.
maximum hit points. If you do not select, if you have the reset max hit points selected, it will reset that when you do a long rest. If you uncheck it, you will be fine.
Yeah. Uncheck it.
Oh well, shit. All right, I messed that up. How do I do this again? How do I get?
In the web browser is the easiest way.
I'm in the web browser. I just like
Oh, you
I've
click
I've,
on
I've
your-
I have messed up.
Click
I
on
now-
click on your
I'm out.
click on your max hit point number. Click on it. It opens up a side window, and you can type it. You can override,
Gotcha.
and you can override
This is
max
for
HP.
all of those that are trying to do a D&D stream, and you will learn how difficult it can be sometimes.
Did
Calcor,
Tim?
how come you have more hit points than I do? That's hard to believe.
Because I'm awesome.
That's true.
No,
So-
okay, hold on.
Wally, if you go to the screen share, I can show you where it is.
Do you have maximum possible hit points, Willem?
Maximum possible? No.
That's what you should have.
I have maximum possible hit points then. Whatever you say.
We're
Dungeon
so
Masters.
good at
Or
this.
actually, no, you shouldn't have maximum possible hit points. You have maximum possible hit points to level 3.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So then I
and
have to roll for
then
level 4,
we
right?
rolled on 4.
Yeah, so I don't have the maximum possible that I could ever have.
I just
but
had
have-
really good rolls.
Yeah,
Mm.
sure, that's what they all say.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Override.
see?
Override.
I'm
HP.
I'm so glad we took
Yep.
a 5-minute break to then
To then come
this.
back.
Sorry, everybody. We're all just
Hashtag
learning
sorry,
this
not
D&D
sorry.
thing. It's really fun.
Fine, I'm reading work emails.
You should learn how to play it.
I was just trying to figure. I'm still trying to figure out where my gold.
Oh,
All right,
where
I
my
figured.
gold
I
I
figured.
is.
Think about your gold. We'll take care of the gold
I'm
later.
good. I'm good.
We're good.
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 Let's do it.
None of us are rich, so we don't really have to worry about
Oh, my
the
gold says 0. I don't know
I'm
what that
rich.
means.
Yeah, we're-
we'll deal with
It
that
means
later.
you have 0
That's-
gold.
I'm sorry. I come from money, but I renounced it all, even though I have some.
Wait, aren't I supposed to have like a starting gold? Anyway, whatever.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yes, you are.
Starting gold.
Probably
Put
should
down-
have
We
give
should
her that before.
offline about that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll deal with that on another thing. So,
You shouldn't need money.
you wake up in the morning.
Oh, that was a
That's
weird
it.
dream I just had.
You're rested.
You're all still here.
crazy stuff, man. Yeah, you wake up in the morning, rested, refreshed.
Yes, we are.
Wayfinder.
I was yawning. That's what I was doing.
That's exactly what it looked like.
You yawn with the shake weight. That's how you do it.
Sure.
Tiana and I come down for breakfast.
Yes, it
Me too.
smells of bacon, sausage,
Let's
Sweet
eat.
bagel.
beans, eggs,
Coffee.
Mm.
fried tomatoes.
Yes, so we partake
Coffee.
of that.
Yes.
Definitely.
um,
Is there a map for us?
there's a map for you.
We
Excellent.
got
mean-
it last night from Ezekiel.
There is a theoretical map. I haven't drawn one for you.
Fine.
we have
And
we have
it has
the
to
map
be
with
crayon.
we have the map with the two options. We have the map with the woods and the road.
Yeah, he basically draws the area, and you can see that there's like this big, long, winding road that kind of goes around, and then up and down, and then back and forth, and eventually around to the barrows. And that's going to take from here a day and a half, 2 days. If you cut through the woods, it's going to take like you'll have to stay overnight, but basically you will arrive there the next day early in the morning.
That's
Hey,
my
Mac.
vote.
Hey Mac. When did they grab the last people before your wife and kid?
Oh, it's about 5-6 days ago.
Okay.
Poor things. I hate to think what horrors befallen them. Well,
Well,
we're
we're gonna
just
find
sitting
out.
here in this nice warm place, doing nothing.
They
They're out
they
there.
they
All
might
right.
still be alive. We got to go as
Is our
quickly
group
as we can.
is our group all sitting together? Is this
Yes.
like
Yeah.
a group conversation? So what do we think's going on here, guys?
I mean, we have somebody abducting people. That literally is never good.
Of
So
course.
I
But-
So
but
let's go.
Go
Sarah.
before we go running into it.
yeah. They
What do
asked
we
for
think is happening?
they asked for a specific bloodline. To
Yeah, I
me,
it's-
that means magic.
It's either
Yeah.
magic and or revenge.
Yeah,
Well, it also says I
well,
regained my
it's-
strength, so that should tell you that the Baron wasn't actually killed. Maybe
It seems like it's both. Because if the letter said vengeance on Oxborough and
Mhm.
regain my strength and a potentiality of SR being Baron Rausch.
Yeah.
Or at the very least a descendant of the Rausch line
Yep.
who is maybe otherwise like stretched thin and is pulling it back together. I think they're pulling these lines. They're at the tomb of fallen heroes that knocked out the Baron.
Yep.
There is absolutely something magic going on, and I think that he's using the lineage of the people who set him aside to either come back to power or to regain power for the line of Rausch. And given that this was supposed to be the last name,
He's gonna know something's up too.
not only we need to go fast, not because of there might be still people alive, and of course we should save anyone we can save.
definitely.
If we don't stop him before he regains strength, who knows what force is going to befall this town? The butchers terrorize these people, and they're thugs. He's going to come at this like a tidal wave, and we need to not run into it headlong, because a tidal wave that's almost ready is still a really big wave. So I think we need to be smart about this, but I think we need to move fast.
If we go through the woods, we'll get there at the same time that Lucky and his crew would have gotten there. That's our only chance of having an element of surprise. If we take the long way, it's going to take them longer, and they're going to be prepared for something.
Either way, the faster we go, the better. And luckily, our fastest way still gives us time to strategize. So let's eat. Let's go.
Woods.
I was like the woods. To grandmother's house or past grandmother's house.
Past
Wood
grandmother's
sounds
house.
good to me.
And over the hills we go.
It's really weird that guy whose knee somebody shot out decided to tell us where his grandmother lived.
It is weird. He was in pain, so who
It's
knows?
weird.
People say weird things when they're
Yeah.
We were very persuasive.
I
definitely.
mean, we were
He's in jail. now.
torturing him.
He's in jail now.
Yeah, he almost died. That's my definition of persuasive. Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to go. I will make sure Tiana is safely in the room and safe. But
You're
as
gonna
soon
lock
as
her in the cupboard again?
Yeah.
not the cupboard, just the room. It's fine.
Okay.
You're gonna lock her in the room? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You don't know that, but yep.
I mean, we're just being
Well, I asked you, are you
antagonistic.
gonna lock her in the room?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what you respond to that.
Somebody surely saw you lock her in the cupboard. I think Gray was back there or something.
Yeah.
I'm just curious who this person is, but I won't press it now, obviously, because we got more important
She
things.
is
We didn't
my
press it for
wife
the
to
past
be.
month, so
And maybe there's a reason that we're getting married as soon as we are.
Oh,
That is the only
congratulations!
I give the group.
Did you just say that? Did we all hear that?
I did just say that to all of you. If you were questioning me on why I'm so protective of her,
Just curious.
I was just asking if you were locking her in a cupboard again.
not the cupboard,
The
but
room.
either safe.
And for what it's worth, just to say it out loud, because I was thinking in my head, but I just want to say it out loud. I did notice, or Ingy, I mean, would I not have noticed how quickly she ran into the bar?
Yeah, you saw her grab Tiana, pull her into the back, shove her into a cupboard.
Well, no, but when we got back, like the fact that we were
Tiana, you
Grab
saw Tiber grab Tiana, pull Tiana into a cupboard,
No, but when we got
The
back,
return.
so I was sitting on the
and then
cart,
Tiber come
and
out.
she ran out. She
Yeah.
ran to inside, like in urgency,
Yeah.
to
There's been a
check on
series
the
of-
person. So I would have noticed that, right?
Mhm.
So I'm just saying out loud now that I've noticed that.
Well, also she was very protective of her and very concerned when we rescued her in the first place. So
I mean, I assume.
No,
also,
it happened.
also the table of the weird moment last night. So yeah, we all
Yes.
know something's up, basically.
So if you have shown
And
me
now
that
you
concern,
have.
we are concerned for you.
I
of course, and for her.
I have made it clear that
As you're walking through the snow.
that there's a reason, a bun in the oven, that I am.
Yeah,
I
I
am.
guess.
Thank you
I'm
for
very-
spelling that out.
Yes, I am very protective
For
of my
Gray.
lady.
Congratulations.
Do
Gray
I
just-
need to do any
Gray
sort
just
of like
shrugs.
You have any visual?
Okay.
convincing check or anything? What do you need me to do
I don't
there?
think so. I think
All right,
no
All right.
venting check.
just like
I'm
Did you spell it
gonna
out?
But, like-
I'm gonna believe you. I don't really.
How did that happen?
I don't care if you're lying.
What? You put
she
your
real
finger
cute.
in?
Stuff happens, you know.
Yes.
Anyways, moving
It was-
on.
All right. Excellent.
My lady
Well,
is safe. That's all that matters.
then you have a reason to get back alive. That's good.
With a pocket full of bacon.
Aw.
You guys have this conversation as you enter into the woods.
Could we have taken horses? That might have been easier.
Through the
Oh, well.
woods and the snow?
Yeah, not the woods and snow,
I
No.
know I'm an expert horseman. What can I tell you?
but I'm assuming very dense woods.
Perhaps.
And
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
very close
Walking
to
it
that.
is.
Calgor,
Yep.
being the ranger in the group,
Sure.
why don't you make a survival check?
Uh-oh.
Kind of, this is going to be to follow the map,
Survival.
see how well you can.
All right. So this die is going into jail.
Uh-oh.
It just rolled its second nat 1 in a row.
Oh no. So you're all standing there having this talk while Calgor is looking at the map going, does anyone else have a survival?
Why is Calgor in charge
Skill.
again? I don't understand.
Because I'm the ranger and I should be good
Oh.
at reading a map.
I mean, no, I
My
don't.
I mean, I-
Who am I kidding?
My
I'm a
survival
Literally,
is
if nobody
plus
has
3.
survival, you're still gonna do better than I did.
Wait, so I have a +3 survival.
Should we just all roll and see what we get?
No.
Oh, hold on. Someone should say, hey.
Well, I say, hey.
I
'cause-
don't know where we are.
Well,
That's what I'm going to say to indicate
Well,
I've
do we
got
so
have
I
the
look
map?
over at Kagor,
This map is bullshit.
and I grab the map. Go, let me see that.
It is the map's fault,
And
after
I
all.
just I go, let me
Yeah.
see
Like-
that.
Map's fault.
The map on the back of a children's menu.
So I roll a +3, 21.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh. There it is.
Put the wizard in charge.
You're like,
Also, sorry, somebody's having an audio thing that sounds like a fan or something like that popping in the background.
Yeah, I heard it. I don't know.
Yeah, Rue, that might have been yours because it's gone now.
was it kind of a chirping?
Is it back
Yeah.
now?
Chirping.
I think that was mine.
Oh,
Shut
the
up,
fan-
you!
actual fan that's on camera.
Yes,
Yeah,
That have been it.
that one.
It's your biggest fan, Engi.
It is.
Can't see it on Twitch though.
No, it's cropped. So.
Delightful.
Trust us.
All right, we're
Fan.
good. Sorry. All right,
Go
so
on.
cool. I got us lost. Gray rolled to 21.
Yeah, you're Calcor literally just stands there going, this map is bullshit. Like, it's cool that he drew us this thing, but it looks like the map on the back of a children's menu. Nothing is to scale.
Strange.
There's no like points to, and Ray's like, oh no, that's that right there.
Yeah, map's a map.
Like, no. Like, see, he gave us that thing to look at. See that mountain? We just got to keep it on our right, and we'll just head to the left here.
Okay.
And he's just gone. And come on, guys.
We follow him, obviously.
I double checked the map.
Can't you learn the terrain or something,
I'm gonna
Calzone?
go. Oh, he's right. He did. That's a mountain. He drew that.
Guys, this doesn't look
I
like a
never would've
mountain. I
guessed that
swear to
was a
God.
mountain.
I wandered for a long time, but it isn't that hard, Kagor.
Gray. Fucking hate you.
Bill the T, Gray.
Okay, everybody make survival checks.
Oh, come on.
As
Come on.
Gosh dang it. Well, that sucked.
Eh,
as you're wandering through
19.
the woods, the snow is falling
17.
lightly. Going
Guys,
back and,
wait until he checks with us.
yeah, let me narrate, and then I'll ask you for your numbers. As you're wandering through the woods, the snow falling lightly and coming and going between cloudy and sunny, you're still having to trudge quite a bit. What did you guys roll, JC?
11.
Tyler?
That is for survival, correct?
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
Yep.
That is a 13.
13. Okay, Gray?
Lucky.
19.
19.
Yep.
Willem?
10.
10. Wayfinder?
17.
17. Willem. Wait, Tiber, what'd you roll again? Tiber. Rue.
I rolled 13.
13. Tiber and Willem make constitution checks.
Well, fine then.
Natural 20.
Not a saving throw, just a Constitution straight check.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately that's a 12. Wait. Yeah, no. Say. Oh, that's a 14.
14. You trudging through all this snow is tiring, and you can feel it in your legs and in your glutes, but you do not take a point of exhaustion.
Thanks.
You're all right.
All right.
Yeah, you wander through the day, take a little lunch break. Does anyone
Finish
have
off
any
the
rations
bacon.
or anything? Yeah, exactly. Finish off your pocket bacon.
I do have rations.
I do as well.
I will partake.
Very nice.
Engi, since orcs are my like favorite enemy, is there any value in doing like a history check around orcs to see if there's anything that pops up around the orc war?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I literally don't think there's anything more I can tell you.
Okay.
About that.
Let it go, man.
Dude,
All right.
leave me alone. That map was crap.
Sure. Gray had no trouble reading it, though.
Yeah, well, Gray's special, all right? He's
He
like
is.
Rain Man.
He is special.
All right, you
Drop
guys
some
stop
toothpicks on
and
the
kind of
ground.
eat your rations for a little bit. They're hard and gross, and
She said.
what? And then you continue on. I need everybody to make Constitution saving throw, or Constitution saving throws,
Is that just a 20 plus
or
Constitution?
con checks. Sorry.
Okay. Damn, that was.
Whose idea was to walk again?
15. Oh wait, do you have to wait for you to ask?
Willem,
17.
17. Wayfinder, 20. Caldor.
6.
Ooh, Tiber.
That's Constitution. That is 14.
14. All right. Caldor, what's your favorite terrain?
Well, let me look.
I don't know if everybody's hearing the music from Roll D&D, but like I'm on
It's like-
board.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like let's think about it.
The coast is my favorite.
Oh,
That's not helpful.
okay. Caligor, as you guys are moving through the snow, it's just so deep and taking so much effort and energy to to move through that you take a 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh no. Okay.
And eventually the sun starts to go down,
Great.
and time to camp.
Can I set up a hunting trap just outside of where we are?
Sure.
Okay. I'll do-
You find a good spot that's fairly devoid of snow. Willem?
Why? I thought the wagon route, the road route, was going to take 2 days, but this is still going to take 2 days too.
It's
Oh, so
we'll
an
get there in the
overnight trip.
morning.
Yeah, we still
Ah.
have one overnight. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Said you'd have to camp, but you get there early the next morning.
Gotcha.
Hunting trap is set.
All right. Just outside, like you have a couple of tents and stuff. So you set those up. You're all getting a little hungry and tired of eating rations. You're going to try to survive on rations again tonight. You'll have to make some more Constitution checks.
Can anyone hunt?
It's survival.
I've got pretty good survival. Can I?
I like pretty good survival too.
I
Nope.
usually have good survival.
Well, you're due.
Wayfinder, you don't really have anything to like any ranged attacks. So
I can throw a hand axe.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah. The three of you who are proficient in survival, go ahead and make survival checks.
Motherfucker!
What is happening?
He rolled real bad on
I rolled
survival.
a 1 fucking again.
What?
That's
What?
Yeah.
three
Wait.
this
Burn
game.
that die.
Yeah,
That's
I was
a
gonna
different
say,
die.
JC. Oh,
It's a
Oh, no,
different
so-
fucking die.
It's
Burn
you,
your
Caldor. It's
hand.
you.
Roll with
You
your other
didn't
hand.
hang out with Will Wheaton recently, did you?
wow.
No,
Wow.
That's impressive.
not for years.
It's gone from too bad to actually impressive.
Well, I'm just going to be fine with my rations and play my flute and just enjoy life.
I'll get
My
my rations.
survival was apparently just throwing a rock into the woods and praying. Fuck.
It's just like, fuck these rations. These things suck. Wayfinder, what'd you get?
21.
21. Gray?
18.
18. the two of you manage to find a couple of snow rabbits. And between the two of you, a hand axe and a eldritch blast.
How much left?
Yeah. You managed to bring a couple of conies back to camp with you.
What did I bring back?
A rock.
You fell and hurt yourself.
Snowball.
I got a rock.
A fucking snowball.
Lump of coal.
Exactly. You're exhausted. So.
Coal would have been useful.
Yeah, that's true. You snared yourself.
Algor caught something. It's
Fucking-
Calgor.
Fucking Ranger, man. Not helpful. Oh, well.
I am now
I'm going to bed.
suspicious.
I'm eating rations and I'm going to bed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you would have had disadvantage on that ability check too. If you could have rolled worse than a 1.
Are we gonna
You
set
would've.
Are we gonna do security when we're sleeping? Someone's gonna stand and sit guard and rotate around for that kind of thing. I'll take first watch, and I'll
I'll take second watch.
wake somebody up in 2 hours.
Wake me up.
So the way this works is, yeah, you can take watch for 2 hours. So you can set a watch, have a couple of people. Whoever's on watch will make perception checks to see if they see anything.
Okay.
Those of you who are planning on sleeping, you will have to remove your armor.
I have none. Haha. Joke's on
yes.
you.
I don't know if you know, that's kind of an involved process. I don't know.
Yeah, plate takes like 15 minutes to get out of and a half hour to put on.
I've slept in it many times, so
Here's the thing: if you sleep in your armor,
You'll
you get a point of exhaustion.
even with a tent.
I actually have a specific
Yeah.
question that I have to send. I'm going to send it to you on a Facebook Messenger DM. NG.
Wow, so suspicious. Or so
About-
specific.
You know, I'm not ever suspicious. It's fine.
Oh,
When I have a game question. When we have this rest, is that a short rest or long rest?
This will be a long rest.
Okay. I'm like, what spells can I cast while I'm here before this long rest?
Well, you blasted that rabbit to hell.
That's an eldritch spell. That's a cantrip, sir.
there.
You know,
was
my
you, sir.
thought is that the hand axe did the killing blow, but whatever.
You know,
Intimidating.
I'm just gonna shrug and say, intimidatingly.
Yes.
So, Angie, I'm going to eat a ration rather than the rabbit because I'm pissed at myself.
Why do you hate yourself?
You're gonna eat a rabbit instead of a ration.
No, I'm going to eat the ration instead of rabbit because I'm pissed at myself.
All right.
Sorry, he's reading my notes. That's my fault.
Second, This is
It is your fault.
Totally
His-
your fault.
Totally. I'm used to eating rations, so it doesn't bother me.
Oh no, I'm not talking about rations. I'm talking about when you come to wake me up for the second watch.
Oh, will you be?
Naked?
Will it be weird? I don't- will you be
We're about to
naked?
find out.
Okay.
There's some shit going down.
I've seen a lot of things in my time, but maybe not that.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I cast a mage armor because why not?
How long does that last for?
You just want to use a spell.
I just do want to use the spell. It's 8 hours.
does it fade when you take a long rest though?
I don't.
Isn't it concentration? I thought it was.
It says the spell ends if you don armor or dismiss the spells in action. So I guess not.
Look at that.
Look it up later.
Do I see anything in my first 2 hours? Should I roll? Sorry.
I'm trying to look something up here.
My bad. I assume that you should roll perception.
Hang
Well,
on.
I'm sure I will.
Don't jump ahead of me.
Sorry,
Uh-oh.
I was trying to help.
I know.
Ruh-roh.
I did wrong.
It's about to hit the fan.
Uh-oh. He's gonna take it out on me probably too.
Oh,
Thanks
not
a lot.
this early.
No. I just have a question that I'm answering,
Okay.
and I can't help anybody else.
Can't
until I've answered
multitask.
the question.
So talk amongst ourselves. Hey.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm just gonna
How's it going?
Dungeons and Dragons.
do stuff. I'm
Okay.
gonna cast spells because I can cast spells.
'Cause you're
I like
bored.
that you're just casting spells for the sake of casting spells.
Yes, I'm gonna shape water.
I'm
and-
bored. I do stuff.
I'm like gonna shape water into a little igloo around me.
Eldritch blast
Fun.
a
So-
tree branch.
So here's the thing. Just be careful because I don't know if it counts as a long rest if we get woken up in 2 hours because something attacked us. So don't waste a slot for the sake of wasting it.
Fine, I just cast my mage armor and that's it.
That's fine.
No fun.
Yeah, I actually don't do that. If you get attacked in the middle of the night, you just go back to your rest. Because I kind of
Unless
think
you're
it's
dead.
bullshit. Yeah, unless you're dead. In which case you take a forever rest.
The long
Wait,
sleep.
so then if we get attacked, it continues after, or like,
It's like waking up to take a piss, basically.
got it. So it counts.
You could go back to sleep.
Got it.
This might all go very sideways very quickly.
Taking
Hold
the
on.
piss. Are you taking the piss?
Does that mean I get to make a ice igloo?
If you want to freeze, sure.
Whatever, man. It's
Igloos are insulating. It's the whole point of that.
All right.
a weird party.
Oh man.
I have to find the die that I threw across the room now.
You don't have to. It betrayed you.
No, because it'll come back and haunt me. It'll be like stepping on a Lego.
It's true. Middle of the night, just
That happens.
Thankfully, it
This
was a D20 instead of a D4 because that would
It's sorta
literally just be a
smooth,
spike
right?
in my foot.
oh yeah, I've gotten that spike through my foot. It is not fun.
I have slept on a F ton of Lego.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
all head off to bed.
Yeah,
in
I'm
your
sorry.
Respective tents.
Yep.
Willem.
It's intense, man.
Get out.
Do you guys have a fire?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay. Willem, make a perception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
It's dark.
Damn you, Engie.
Is it a witch? It's a witch.
Well, that's just shit. Hold on a second.
Did you
Yeah.
roll like me?
No, not quite as bad, but bad for me.
Bad for me. F you.
18.
9.
Ooh.
9. Yeah, you got this little fire going. It's kind of keeping you warm. You hear the crackling of it, and you're looking around. It doesn't give you a whole lot of light, and it's hard to see. You can every now and then hear something in the woods, and you're not sure if it's an animal or maybe falling snow or something, but your shift goes by without a problem. Nothing murders
comes
you.
out of the night to try to kill me. Well, that's good.
That's right.
All right, then. Since Tiber had said to be next, I will go wake him up.
All right.
Tiber, it's your turn.
Good. All right. I'm good to go. DM, am I good to go?
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. It's my turn.
Okay.
Have we talked about who's taking watches? What's going on?
None of
We
us
were
said
talking
anything
about
other
it.
than those two.
Okay, I'll take third watch.
All right. So I will wake Wayfinder up as soon as I hit.
Did you say wife finder?
It's
Wife
Wi-Finder.
Wayfinder.
It's the Wi-Finder. He finds
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi finder. Yes, I like that.
All right. I roll a little low. I'm a 12 for perception for
A
my.
12?
Better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sitting next to the fire, trying to keep warm. Your cloak over you, and you hear. It's like, was that a footstep? No, it was only one footstep. People don't have one footstep. It must have been just some snow falling off a branch.
Do I know the direction which that sound came from?
Yeah, it's over there somewhere.
Okay. Anything else?
Willem?
I don't take my armor off.
All right.
I'm used to sleeping in it. It doesn't bother me. But as you said, I'll take 1 point of exhaustion. That's fine.
And then you're like, was that a footstep over there? And you look back and you see two eyes looking at you from the darkness. And then three eyes. And then they kind of move, and then it's like six eyes flare as the snout comes into the camp.
That's not good.
Big, huge, sharp, pointy teeth with this scaly. Hey, let me finish.
Yep.
Scaly skin coming back from it. And it just looks right at you.
At me is my Drake friend?
No, it is not your Drake friend.
He also was not your friend.
I let him go.
In fact, it looks a lot like this.
Oh dear. Let me get on that screen.
my.
Oh, it's
Oh my. How close is he
It is
from
about
me, Engie?
10 to 12 feet tall. Well, let me
Huh.
show you.
Awkward.
How close is he to moi?
How close can you go?
How close can he go?
Oh.
Cool deal. All right.
He's got a
well,
campfire map. We are totally screwed.
Yeah.
Yep.
We all gonna die.
I kept my armor on for a reason. So.
I cast my armor for a reason.
I think you look shifty.
Like, no DM just brings you into the woods and then doesn't attack you.
Dare to be different.
Okay, so
Ruh-roh.
all right,
Nice
DM, let me
map.
know when I don't want to start talking before you have finished putting the
He's on.
adversaries.
He's there. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So I am. Yeah, now everyone can know what I'm doing. I am invisible now. And let's see, Calgor is next to me.
That's useful.
Sleepy.
I'm going to knock Calgor.
All right, everybody, roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm just gonna knock
you took
everybody
too long.
awake.
You
Yeah,
took
I'm just
too long.
I'm gonna knock
First
everybody
up.
awake. That's my plan.
Are you gonna knock them awake, or are you gonna yell?
I'll yell them awake.
Abba!
What?
Hey, I bet.
Well, I just went to sleep, so.
Good morning. You're awake now.
This
wow.
was relaxing.
All right, roll initiative, people.
All right. Initial is rolled. Let me know when you want me to know. Tell you my initiative.
You should be able to type it into the turn order.
Oh, right.
And are we on the map view there?
Yep,
Mr.
we
Mike?
were on the map when the monsters appeared.
Nice.
Hey, Calgor, can you type me in for me?
No, I cannot.
Oh,
I
that's
can.
right. No.
Actually, you might be able to. I think I gave you.
You did not.
control.
You have to
Nice.
do it each time we hop on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it literally won't even let me click on Willem.
What a great system.
Willem, what'd you get?
17.
Boom.
Thank
Hey,
you.
the monster rolled shittier than I did.
Yay!
Calgor, take me away.
Yeah, I generally roll pretty shitty when I'm DMing. So, Tiber, you're first.
So, yeah, I'm gonna take 2 shots at this bro.
Pew, pew.
Pew 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 pew.
That should be enough to wake everybody up.
right. If anything.
Would think so.
All right, so I'm shooting with my palm pistol first, and then my pistol second. So palm pistol.
Pistol.
Yes. Oh, do I get? I assume because I am now invisible, I get.
Yes, on your first shot.
All right, fair enough. So that is a.
Actually, it would be on the first one that hits.
Sneak attack.
Fair enough. So. 14 plus. That is a 19 to hit.
A 19 hits.
All right, so that is. Sorry. 1d8. All right. So the first bullet does.
By the way,
that
can
is-
everybody see on this screen? Because I was trying to do some lighting stuff earlier and it broke on Roll20. So.
Yeah, it looks fine to me.
Looks good. Yeah, no, looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Looks
That is
great.
that is 12 points of damage on the first shot.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Second shot, I don't know if it's gonna hit.
I'm
That
just
is
gonna go back to sleep.
that is 13 to hit.
First shot hits it, and it's like between a couple of plates on its skin. The second one, you go boom and shoot it like right in the head, and it goes pink and glances off of its armored head.
What is this?
Cool. Yeah, like my invisible ass. Let's see. So
You
I-
actually, invisibility goes away as soon as you attack.
Oh, you're right. That was a dumb move on my part.
Ruh-roh.
Well,
But hey, you got sneak attack.
I did get one, and I'm gonna jump. Wait, let's see how far back I can go. What footage are each square?
5.
5. If you select your character, start
Yeah.
to move it, right click, it'll give you how much distance you're moving.
That's fancy.
And then you can put little waypoints by right clicking again and moving again.
Yeah, I don't need to do that because I'm just gonna go. Wait, I'm jumping all the way back to the tree line. Woo! Bye. I'm hiding in the trees.
Wayfinder, you hear 2 gunshots and some screaming.
So I assume putting my armor on is taking an action.
Putting your armor on will take 15 minutes.
Okay.
Or no, it's a half hour.
You said 30 minutes,
Alright.
yeah.
Didn't quite know that, so probably would have made a different decision otherwise for the obviousness of the attack.
To be fair, he did say it. I think you were in. You were in Dodgerland.
No, he said you have to take your armor off. I didn't hear that's 15 minutes or half hour.
He said
15
it.
minutes to take it off,
I
30
heard.
minutes to put it back on.
All
Yeah,
right.
I said
Fair,
it this week.
fair play. All right, well then I attack. Then I run to him and attack.
All right, it's going to take half of your movement to get out of your tent and stand up.
Sorry. That's not what I want to do. I can't put myself back exactly where I was. Okay, well I can still
Yeah.
get to him. So I will do that. And I will attack.
Wayfinder comes out in his red onesie, his butt flap open.
Aw, adorable.
$16 plus 18.
18 hits.
All right. Sorry, my thing that tells me my roll stuff went away.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
That's very, very weird. Refresh.
Enhance.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Cool. 13 hit.
13 to hit.
Yep.
Miss.
Wait, no.
Ooh.
13 was a. Sorry, no. The hit was 16, and you said it.
So 13
No, so it was
damage.
Yeah, 13 damage. Sorry.
That's yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, I already did the hit thing. And then. So okay, so 13 damage.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
And it's pissed.
Well, no, I have two-handed weapons, and we have to hit him with
All
my
right.
hand axe too.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
I love my boys. Just run right up to them and fight.
19.
19
We're
hits.
not the smartest crew.
What we do.
That's why I'm at the tree line.
Smart.
7.
Seven.
You can pick them off from a
All
distance.
right. Is that it for you,
Yes.
Willem?
I emerge from my tent, my armor glistening in the moonlight, and I approach and attack.
You arrogant
All right.
prick.
Takes you half of your movement to
No problem.
become unprone.
I strike at this foul beast. That is a 24.
24 hits.
And I throw a little divine smite on it as well.
It's a little divine stank.
A little divine stank on that one. Put some stank on it. All right.
Gonna put some stank on it.
7, 14 plus. That is 19 points of damage.
Oof, nice.
It looks
Yeah.
even more pissed.
It can't be that tough.
I mean, Enki told me he was trying to kill one of us in the woods tonight before we started
Well,
playing.
it's gonna
so-
be Wayfinder because he didn't put his armor.
Gotta hit me first.
That's true.
And Ingi's rolling for this guy.
That's a good point. He's rolling poorly.
So you're saying it could, it could be Calgor, is what you're saying?
I was gonna say,
It
I'm
always
gonna
can be
somehow get
Calgor.
fucking hit.
Let's hope.
Oh man.
I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot with a fucking arrow. Only half kidding.
If only you were.
Oh, that entire sip was all vodka.
Yay.
That happens.
Welcome to my zombie life.
When you first got the drink, I thought the drink was that color blue. I didn't realize that was
cup.
like the koozie.
Oh yeah, no, this is me hiding how much alcohol is actually
Yeah,
in
I
these
was
last two
I
drinks.
was hoping that that's what that meant.
Shut up, Jake,
Is
in the
that it
chat.
for you, Willem?
That's all I can do right now. Yes.
All right. Mr. Gray.
I'm gonna I'm gonna cast a Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Earthen Grass.
Actually no. First I'm gonna do an Eldritch Blast as my action, and I'm gonna use Maximilian's Earthen Grasp as my bonus action using a spell point.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna twin my Eldritch Blast.
I don't think you can twin it at one target.
I think I can. No.
I don't think so.
Wait. Let me look at it. What it says. Spell sorcery points equal to the spell level target. Second creature. You're right. Okay, you can do it at the same point. Well, that's no fun. All right. Well, I guess I'll just do.
Fun for me.
I guess I'll just do the cantrip and then the we'll do the Earthen Grasp first then, and then so let's see what I
Okay.
do. I roll the hit first, right?
I don't know. How does Maximilian's Earthen Grasp work?
It says
It's probably some sort of saving throw.
oh, it says target must make a saving throw. And then it says what does it say?
What kind of saving throw?
Strength.
Oh, yeah. This thing probably doesn't have a whole lot of that.
Well, it says the attack save is strength 14 is what it says.
Okay.
Oh, good. The thing that has the +7 bonus to strength.
Wait, does that get my plus strength? Oh, it doesn't have. No, I don't have one. Doesn't matter.
What?
Okay, so, no, nothing.
It gets whatever
14,
its bonus
yeah,
is.
14.
I'm saying the thing is gonna fuck up your save.
Oh well, let's find out.
I'm rolling just this good tonight. He rolled a 12.
So see, he's still doing better than me.
All right,
Well, I rolled a 7 plus.
You're due to come.
Told you it was a plus.
It's coming.
Yeah. No, once he starts whacking people.
Yeah, I'm just like, he looks me. Is he undead or no? Can we tell?
You don't know.
We don't know. Okay.
He is dark on the edge of the light of the fire right now, and like 12 feet tall.
All right. Well, okay. So it says if the target fails, they may take 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
All right, so roll 2d6.
That's the 6. Okay.
Roll in your favor.
4.
So 8.
And then is restrained for the spell's duration, which is a minute.
But can try to break out by making a strength roll.
To break out, it can use its action and make a strength check against my spell save DC. What is that?
We'll get to that if we get to
Okay.
that.
But then I get to do my Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. So, what does it say? Is he restrained? What does it mean?
Oh, it says he is restrained for the spell's duration.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so
All right. So now roll the hit.
roll the hit. 15 plus. What do I add? What do I add to that again?
Your spell
6. So 21.
21 hits.
And a 1d10. Eight. There's no pluses on that, right? No, I don't think so.
Not on Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So 8.
8. All right. He's looking pretty beat up already.
Good.
Calgor.
All right, so I have Primeval Awareness. As an action, you can expend 1 ranger spell slot, 1 minute per level of spell slot to sense whether any aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead are present within 1 mile of you. Does that mean it takes me a minute to figure it out, or it alerts me for a minute of any that are within that range?
I think it alerts you for a minute, but it takes an action.
So that could be my bonus action.
No, it takes an action.
Got it. Okay.
Not a bonus.
I am instead going to try to shoot it with a longbow, which I have.
That's new. Nice.
I shot one thing with it, and I'm literally
You're not
just
gonna punch it
exiting.
in the face or anything?
I'm not going to punch it in the face.
Scrape it with your forearms.
Cool. So I
Whatever.
missed. That's awesome.
Still willing to loan you a sword.
I have a +6 on the fucking longbow.
And that's it for Calgor?
12. That missed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except that you have advantage because of Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Yeah.
Oh, so I get to roll a second time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll better this time.
No. Got worse.
Wow.
God damn it,
Nice.
Calgor.
Not
This
your
is how
night.
Calgor actually
I
plays.
set it up for you.
No, Wally can vouch. The last game, this would happen to Calgor all the time. Like basic shit would constantly miss.
You're so basic.
It's true. Still funny.
It's very funny.
All right.
Alright.
The monster seems to be very as like this. The earth comes up through the snow and just and grabs onto him. And he looks at Wayfinder and Willem and goes for the guy in the underwear.
I would too.
the red underwear.
So
at
how
the
does
track
the strain thing work if he's attacking?
He
Advantage.
has disadvantage on his attacks. Oh shit. That's an 18 to hit. And the second hit 13, Wally?
So sorry, what am I looking at for that?
If you take off your armor, like if you unclick it,
Yeah,
it should tell you what your new AC is.
15.
15. So the second one doesn't hit, right?
Yeah,
I think they're rolling
correct.
13. But the first one does.
Okay.
And for 10 points of piercing damage, his bite comes down just on your leg. Ow!
So, but it missed me with a melee attack, though, right?
Correct.
It tried. So I have riposte.
All right.
So
Nice.
when creature misses me with a melee attack, I can use my reaction, expend one superiority die to make a
Yes.
melee weapon attack against it. Add the superiority die
That's
to
why
the
I love
attacks.
the Battle Master.
You should riposte the shit out of him.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the
Post him right in the butt.
That's the goal. So the superiority die. Where is that again? Sorry,
So superior.
I think it's a D10, but I could be wrong. But we'll call it a D10 right now.
Okay.
But that goes on to your damage, right? Not your attack.
Yeah, it does.
But you have
they're-
advantage on your
sorry.
attack.
Sorry, no, I found it. It's a D8.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have 4 of those I can do per
Yeah.
short rest. So first, where'd my D20 go? Here we go. Oh, that's so 17 plus 6, so it's like 20 something, 23.
20 lots.
Yes.
Yeah, you hit.
Cool. So I add a D10 to my otherwise attack. So that's
Finish him.
7 plus 13 plus. Would help if I hit my board. 4. So
17.
17.
Boom. Oh, yeah. He's trying to pull his feet up and looking back at the forest. And that's it for his turn. Tiber. You're muted.
Can't hear Tiber.
Oh, hey, that helps,
Hey,
right?
I'm back.
Hey.
Problem is, I shot
Oh.
both of my guns, so
And now you're way far away.
I ran the fuck away for reasons. Engi, how much does it take a full action to reload, and then can I use a bonus action to fire at least one of my pistols?
I believe, according to the Dungeon Master's Guide, you can use an action or a bonus action, and then it's an action to fire.
All right, so I'm going to have to use an action to reload,
A bonus action to reload.
bonus action to reload, and then an action to fire. Correct?
Yes.
I'm going to choose which does more damage. I'm going
A regular
to
pistol.
good old fashioned pistol. I'm gonna reload that biatch and fire it.
You're a
So-
pistol.
For my action, 17. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Um,
Did you
Only a
roll with it?
22.
Wait. Roll with advantage, but what's the range on that?
Oh, the range. on a
30,
pistol.
30, 90, I think, right?
Yeah, 30-90.
All right, so it's just a straight roll. Because you'll have disadvantage because of you have advantage because he's restrained, but disadvantage for the range. So it's just a straight roll.
So yeah, so
So 297. Right.
yes,
You hit.
I hit. But since he's previously engaged, do I get my surprise
You
attack?
absolutely.
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 Let's research just how much I get on the sneak. Okay, so let's add 2 more of that. Let's throw another
gotta be
D10 in there. Let's
I really like this one.
throw
All
one
right,
of those in there. Okay. Ooh, that is 22 points of damage.
Boom. Damn.
Oh man, he is hurting pretty hard.
Wow.
That's it, Tyler. You want to move or anything?
All right.
No, I'm good where I am. I'm
All
going
right.
to wait. I have no more actions or anything. Yeah, no, I'm good where I am.
Cool.
Maybe now I could punch it.
We'll find
No,
her.
You stay away.
Cool. Well, I will attack.
Mhm.
Given me and Willem's position, there's no like flanking or anything, right? We're just in front of them.
Correct.
Yeah.
You already have advantage on the roll anyway.
Cool. So, sorry, what does that do again for me?
Advantage. You roll 2d20 and take the
the
highest
bet.
one.
Oh, glad I have advantage on that. Okay. That's a plus a 17.
17 hits.
Nice. Okay. 8.
All right. He's still up.
All right, so I have my
But
second
he-
weapon.
Mhm.
Sorry, still advantage, right?
Yes.
21.
21 hits.
This is a D6.
My last 4 rolls combined didn't equal 21.
8.
Oof. And it's like.
Don't worry, I'll finish him off.
I loosened him for you.
Thank you.
Willem?
I will attack.
Just gonna put some stank on it too.
I may. We'll see. Roll with advantage, yes?
Correct.
That's good because one of my rolls sucked. 17.
Hits.
God, that was close. Cool. I think I might save my stank for later.
Yeah, let's definitely not try to kill him as quick as possible. That's a good call.
Well, that's a spell slot I have to burn every time I do that. So it is 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage.
Yes.
How do you want to finish him off?
Well, I enjoy finishing things off. Wait, that's not a weird thing to say. I will stab my sword through his eye socket and out the back of his head.
Which eye socket? There are
He's got
6
6 of
options.
The middle one. The closest one.
He's. And
Or
You,
through his open mouth. That'd be fine.
comes back down. Oh, through his open mouth. As
Oh.
he's
Better.
howling, you just.
Yeah.
My God, the music was so perfect.
Yes, right?
It really was.
You just
It
finished it.
really was.
All right.
Stab it through his tiny little brain. And just. You can feel him start to go limp, and you pull your sword out, and he just
I step back as he falls dead at my feet.
falls into the snow.
You're welcome.
Tyra comes out of the shadows like,
What
"Sup,
the
guys?
fuck
What
was that?"
happened? Problem?
What is this thing?
I
So,
heard somebody knocking, but
Angie, now I would like to cast Primeval Awareness.
okay. What do you?
Primeval awareness is within 1 mile. Any aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead. Doesn't tell me the location or number. Just tells me if there's any of that within 1 mile.
Nothing.
Okay,
Is that a spell slot for you?
it is.
Oh, because I was gonna say I could do detect good. I can detect evil without having to use a spell. So. Okay.
I think I think I get more
You
things
might get more
from it.
things,
So yeah.
Okay.
We're still in turn order here. So you
Oh,
hear
sorry.
from the woods this.
Sorry. You called for help. Damn it.
Oh,
Not great.
sorry. Sorry, DM. Should I not have moved from the woods?
Yeah. Go back to where you were.
I go back to my place. Sorry.
You thought that was all.
All right. Sorry,
JK.
sorry,
So
DM. Only because I cast that, I skipped over Gray. Was the noise before or after Gray's turn? I'll honor spending.
It's
the
just
slot.
out there. Gray, anything you want to do?
I mean, you can't. It's pretty far out there, right? So I can't detect really where it is. So.
No, you can tell there's coming from over this way, and then you hear another one coming from this way.
Wait, hold on. I didn't see that other ping. 'Cause-
Ping.
Oh,
Ping.
got it.
Oh shit.
Are they 15 minutes away?
Probably
30
not.
minutes to put it back on.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna move to the opposite of that area. Just
Is.
If I help Wayfinder, will it speed up his armor?
Yeah, it might take 5 minutes off.
I'm gonna hide in the tree line over here.
I think there's actually a thing about that. It's like takes off like half the time. There's only so much you can help.
But does
That
he
would
want
be
help?
7.5 minutes, DM.
All right,
By then,
Gray.
this will be over.
Is that the right distance?
I don't know, man.
I'm doing
It's like
that.
30 feet.
That feels like 30 feet.
That's about 35 feet. Okay, so
Yeah. So back one.
I'm gonna hide behind this rock.
There you go.
All right.
Did you want to take a hide action? Did you want to make a stealth check?
Sure. That's a
All
thing.
right, make a stealth
Can
check.
do.
Yeah.
I don't know how do I roll a 20? I'm assuming.
Yes, and then add your stealth bonus to it.
Look.
Dang.
Stealth. 18.
Okay, cool.
What does that do?
It hides you.
Oh, yeah, I'm hiding.
If they don't notice you, then I think you like get advantage on your next attack.
Nice. I'm hiding
Elgor.
in the shadows.
Well, because I did cast that, I'll stick to it. So my turn was the primeval, and I'm just gonna back to the fire, looking outward.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know what it is. It's not primeval, but they're pissed.
Two of them, so it looks like.
Let them come.
Well, you'd be heard to.
We were heard to. It's fair.
It's a nest.
Engi, no chance we're getting lucky that one of them was dumb enough to step in my trap, the snare.
I don't know where your snare is.
I didn't roll. You want me to like roll for a direction or something?
Sure.
What do you want me to roll? What die?
What is it?
I mean, we could do compass and do 8. So do a
Yeah.
D8 with 1 being the top and clockwise around.
That's the one.
You're gonna roll badly anyway, so.
Well, it's random, and I can't
Yeah,
not
yeah,
have
roll
a
badly.
location.
The way,
No,
yeah,
whatever the worst thing
Wayfinder
is.
stepped in it.
The tiger
Yeah.
fell in it.
There you go.
Oh God.
Listen.
A 4. So the 4 would be the southeast quadrant.
Right where all of us are.
No.
Thanks.
That'd be roughly there. So, no effect.
No. Wait, where is it?
It would be roughly here.
Ah. Okay.
Because if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, that's where it would be.
Mhm.
Okay, monsters.
Okay. Okay, monsters.
Monster.
All right.
The monster mash.
Charging out of the brush.
Ah, shit.
What the what?
It's going for the fire. Right where Calgor is.
Fuck you.
Nice.
So remember
The only one at the fire.
that the fire is a bullseye? That's you.
That sucks.
Have fun. I hide in the woods. Bye.
And you're invisible.
I know. Well, no, I'm no longer
No.
invisible.
Oh, no longer.
I
Sorry,
forgot
sorry,
about the
Kilgore.
rules.
You're the only one they saw.
Sorry, Calgor. You're fucked.
Does the 13 hit?
Thank God, no.
Cool.
Lucky.
So that's 14.
Also, no.
Woo! You only got hit twice.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Good thing we re-upped those potions, eh?
Thank God I kept
And
the
he
extra
kept
one.
the extra one.
Yeah, smart.
As they both come at you from both sides, you're like, shit! And you kind of turn around to run, and the other one's coming running right at you. Shit! And they come up, and the first one just goes whack and hits you with a claw. You kind of spin around as the other one goes and grabs you by your shoulder.
How many points?
With a bite. 24.
Jesus fucking Christ.
24 points of damage?
24 points of damage
Great.
That sucks.
from 2
Yeah.
hits put together.
Oh, I'm not questioning you.
yes,
I'm
it
just saying,
does.
damn, that sucks.
Just wanted
So
to make sure
remember
that
that
everybody.
time that Calgor just runs face first into the drama?
Yeah. Better him than us, I guess. Now we know where they are. Thanks, Calgor, for drawing them out.
All right,
Oh man.
Tiber,
Yes.
you're up.
Just shoot me in the fucking head.
No, all right, cool. So,
You heard him. Everyone heard him.
You heard it right. You heard it
which
right.
of the two on Calgor are already? Did either of them take any damage yet?
No.
No.
All right, I'm gonna just pick this one arbitrarily. That'll be I use my bonus action to reload my pistol, and I fire at that one. I mean, unless they have a lower
intriguing.
than or higher than 25 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah. I'm assuming because they were previously engaged, I can do a full
Yeah, Calgor's
surprise
making
attack.
sure that you can surprise attack.
Good job, Calgor.
Cool.
Hey, you have a purpose.
He's the bait.
Jesus. All right.
We staked him to the
13,
fire.
14. That is 17 points of damage
Nice.
for that one. And I'm gonna stay where I am
Okay.
for reasons.
For
Um,
reasons.
Good.
But I think I've used up everything. Let me see if I can do. Yeah, nope. I'm too low level to do the rest of the stuff I want to do. Yeah, no, I'm here. We cool.
We go.
Carry on.
Wayfinder.
Okay, so 2 things. One, flanking would be on the front and back, right? So, like,
Yeah.
if I go behind either one of these monsters, they're flanked.
Correct.
Can I talk to somebody as I go away? As I run
Oh,
to my
absolutely.
move? Yeah. All right. So I yell to Willem, "Let's flank these monsters. I'll take the far one, and I will move to right here. Or sorry, right here to be completely within movement, and attack."
Okay. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check to get over that tent.
Okay. 16.
16, good enough.
All
You,
right.
you go, flank him! I'm taking this one! And you jump over the tent, come down around the back.
I feel like I should have gotten a bonus on that too because I'm in my fucking skivvies, but okay. I'll keep going.
So brave.
Because we're flanked, does that mean, what does that mean? Is there,
You have advantage on the
Cool.
attack.
Thank God, because that was a terrible roll.
You were
Like
rolling
Calgor
me.
bad, or-
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Calgor bad.
That is
Uh,
bad.
19.
19 hits.
All right. D8 down here.
Up in here.
12.
12
Nope.
points of damage.
Cool. And then I'll use my hand axe. $19.
19 hits.
12.
Gee. Yeah, you just come up behind it. Whack! And it just feeling it sink deep into the meat.
That's what she's.
He literally says stuff like that just for you.
Of course.
Sink deep into the meat.
Yeah. What's funny is I literally thought I was still muted, and I went to go unmute myself. I was like, oh no, they heard that. Cool.
Oopsie.
Well,
Yes.
you're
Hello.
up.
Well, as much as I don't agree with the tactics of the Wayfinder always, I will, in this case, proceed behind the creature to the left and attack. Someone will have to move me, sadly. So,
I got you.
no, actually, one square down, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mirrored.
I will attack.
All right, and you have advantage. Don't forget.
Excellent. 23.
23 hits.
Excellent. I will put Divine
Besides
Smite on this.
Calgor, has anybody even missed?
Well, yeah, I had advantage. That helps.
Wow, way to rub that in his face. That's cool. So you see-
Other than Calgor, has
Other than
anyone...
Calgor, who is sandwiched between the enemy.
Other than Calgor, who clearly is
was-
incompetent.
The closest to the enemy. Who else?
A literal train of terrible decisions.
Incompetent.
In stream.
Incompetent.
Just gonna give him a red shirt and call it a day.
Calgor, our red shirt. I call dibs on the thing. What's his name?
You stay the fuck away from Sniffles. He's
Sniffles
back in
is
town.
gonna be mine.
He's back in town.
You die, I go claim Sniffles.
That is 28 points of damage.
Whoa.
Christ.
Wow.
You actually might have accidentally hurt Calgor.
If only. It'll fall on him when he falls.
It's like you
hit
stabbed
him
him so
and-
hard.
You hit him, and this charge of smiting energy just like blasts out the side of the monster and is, and it doesn't like you.
Wow.
Well, that's good. At least they don't only hate me.
Kind of.
They don't hate you.
Around and
you
looks
just
at Will.
fucking
Yeah, I
mean
mean, you're the one who's in.
Yeah, I
Visual.
stood
Standing next
near
to the-
light. I'm the asshole.
yeah. I'll be near the fire so they can find me.
Gray.
I'm
Gray.
going to. What the hell was that? I'm gonna do Maximilians again. I'm gonna twin it to both targets.
Not sure you can do that.
Wait, why not?
I don't know if you can do that with Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. I think no, you have to. It has to have a targeting roll. You have to have an attack roll. You cannot twin Maximilian's Earthen
That's
Grasp.
no fun. Okay. Well, in that
Fun
case,
for me.
Yeah, that's true. All right, hold on. I gotta
Hyper
look at my
hides
entire
in the
thing.
darkness to make my light shine.
Snipe.
As best one person can snipe with a fucking pistol from
If anyone could do it, you can.
Maximum range 90 feet.
black
I sure as
powder.
shit can't.
Just.
All right, what are you doing, Gray?
Are you sure I can't do that? All right.
100% positive.
All right. I'm gonna just use my guns.
Pew-pew!
And do I have advantage because I'm in stealth or whatever?
Oh yeah, you're hidden.
Cool.
In stealth or whatever.
On your first shot, yes.
Okay. Wait, I don't remember how to do this. So I gotta roll
2d20s.
2d20s.
Take the highest one.
$13 and 4.
What's your bonus on the gun?
Plus 4.
So 17.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Which one are you shooting?
The one next to Willem.
Okay.
Thanks.
And then so now I gotta roll for damage, yeah?
Uh-huh.
So 1d10. 7 plus 2, so 9.
9. All right. Cool. Anything else?
Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action for the other gun, right?
All right.
Cool. So 12 and 6, plus 4, so 16.
You're only rolling
16
one.
just barely hits. Oh yeah, you don't get advantage on this one, so just roll one more die,
Okay.
and we'll pick that roll.
15 plus 4,
That's a hit.
and then a 10. I gotta memorize which one's a 10. Okay.
The ones that have 10
Don't.
sides.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. 6. Plus 2, so 8.
I love watching Rue plan her move on the roll 20.
Oh yeah.
Don't touch me.
All right. Calgor.
Guess what I'm doing?
Shocker.
Pooping?
Punching one in the face.
Which one?
Which
The
one?
The
The one behind
uh,
you looks real fucked up.
Which one looks well?
The one I hit.
I was
one to your left.
originally
The one,
I was
yeah.
originally facing
The
that.
one
I was
by
originally
Willem.
facing this way, so yeah, I'm gonna punch this one in the face. I'm at disadvantage, I'm assuming.
No, you're at advantage.
Oh,
You're
because of the
flanking
flanking,
with Willem.
even though I'm flanked too.
Yeah.
Okay,
That flanking only counts for the attacker.
got it. All right, so that is a 25.
Woo! Finally,
Finally. Welcome to the game.
And 8 damage off of that.
8 damage. How do you want to finish him off?
I'm going to just pull back because I remember I switched to brass knuckles instead of the bracers.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to literally just pull back as hard as I can, follow through on it, and then continue the punch to the other one for my second attack.
It just breaks its jaw as he boom smacks it, and you can see it going, and its eyes kind of flicker and it falls into the snow as he spins around and attacks the second one.
So I'm using Horde Breaker for that, which lets
Oh,
me
nice.
just
nice.
move the action into one continuous hit. All right, so advantage on that one because he's flanked.
Don't you mess around with me.
And that one is going to miss because I'm me. 12.
Aw, on me.
12
Aw.
goes into this one, but its jaw is firmer than the last one.
Ouch.
You
Too
go,
strong.
Son of a bitch.
Yep, that's
Is
it.
that it?
Yep.
Son of a beach. Shit.
Monster.
Monster pissed.
Monster, go
Rawr.
now.
Fire bad.
Ah.
No, it loves the fucking fire. It went right to the fire.
Mongo don't like fire.
Mongo just pawned the cave of life.
Indeed.
They know. They know what I'm talking about.
Calgor
Yep.
takes a. It goes, and then like
Ow.
tries to bite you. 17 hit.
Yes, a 17 hits.
Cool. That is 12 points of piercing damage.
That was 2 more points than I was predicting.
Uh-oh. Are you...
I'm
Still
still
up?
alive. I was just guessing 10, so.
The
Time they
second
ran
hit,
headlong into danger.
claw comes around, and it's a 21.
Fuck me.
Apparently.
You're fucked, lad.
16 points.
Cool, so that puts me at 0.
Calgor goes unconscious.
No.
And the monster
we
goes,
lose flanking.
yeah!
Yeah,
Not
you lost
because-
flanking.
Not
Oh,
because
yeah.
Calgor is gone, because we've lost this tactical advantage.
Well, there's only one. Hopefully now we can probably take it.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
messed
before
up.
it starts eating my body.
It's toast.
I know that I'm next, but I'm waiting for Engi.
Confirmation.
Do
Yeah,
I?
no,
go next?
Ingi's currently working on what to do with Calgor's body.
Yeah, what fire am I getting
Lifts
dragged
him up
through?
and drags him off.
No, he will not.
Calgor
No!
never to be seen again.
Throws him to his friends in the forest. Eat up, everyone.
Wait, where did the third creature go?
Yeah, no, dead serious. What's happening now?
Where'd the creature go?
So it turns, runs through this tent. Wayfinder gets an attack of opportunity as it goes. Yes, Willem.
Oh, I was gonna say, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Nope.
Well, that's
Does
You're on the
Gray
other side
get?
of the combat.
Do I? It's gonna go right past me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh no, he's good. Yep.
Uh,
So,
Is he jerking
Wayfinder.
Calgor behind him?
Wayfinder,
Yeah.
mess him up, mess him up.
All right. So wait, so an attack of opportunity, that's just like one attack, right? I don't get
Correct.
like. No.
Yeah, and normally it's just a regular roll attack.
17.
17 hits.
Yeah.
Make some damage.
Dude, I know. Well, that's why I've got to find the dice that does that.
Damage of dice.
I lost the dice that does that. I need to find a new dice that does that. Found it.
Okay, we're just live.
He really is dragging Calgor off with him. By the way.
11.
Oh, fuck you.
11 damage.
Seriously?
11 damage. Yep.
Oh shit. Well,
Well,
We'll
you
pour one
guys
out
are
for you
lucky
later.
for reasons.
That's as far as he gets. Tiber.
Yeah, you're lucky for reasons. So I dash.
Oh, nice.
I must dash.
So I dash to grab our boy. What do I need to roll to be able to?
Oh, you're gonna
grab
do an
him?
opposed strength roll with the giant monster?
Oh no, no,
Lord.
that's
Do
fair.
it.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's a terrible plan on my part.
Yeah.
My
She
tiny
called it.
frame.
Shoot
I-
it in the back of the head.
Yeah,
Shoot
I'm
him.
gonna dash and then. Well, actually, instead of shooting,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you would know that you would have to wrestle it from his grasp. If you want to take a different action than that one, you are free to change your mind.
all right. So I dash with short sword. What is he? He's. Is he holding him with 2 arms, 1 arm? What?
He's got him in like one big claw and is like,
All right, I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna dash and stab that claw with my short sword.
so you're gonna try to disarm him.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Do I have any disadvantages, Engi?
Any disadvantages?
Disadvantages?
Those disadvantages.
But the question
Do
is,
I have any
do we really want to stop him? I
All right, settle down.
Okay.
I'm trying to be a
Okay.
good person for the
I
first
know.
time in
Listen,
my
he
life.
finally shut all his doors, and he's got a really nice lighting setup. We
It
gotta
is nice.
save him.
No,
It is
no doors have been shut.
Oh,
That's just the lighting setup.
Well,
It's really
fucking
nice.
forget it then. No,
Those look good.
Engi, do I have any disadvantages?
you don't have disadvantage, but you also do not have advantage.
That's fair.
Seems reasonable.
That is a 27 to hit.
27, yeah, that hits.
My short sword. Do we consider this a sneak attack?
No.
Fair enough. I was running at him.
Yes. Going.
Xena?
I feel like that was not what Tiber was doing.
Was not.
No,
I was.
Tiger
No.
was totally Xena-ing.
Says
The whole
you.
way.
That is 10
Tiber.
points of damage to that hand. Can
Don't
I
argue with
get?
Andy, Calder.
10 points
'Cause
of
my-
damage.
Yeah,
You-
really, my only point is to get Calgor out of his grip.
You hit his arm, and he goes, and he does not lessen his grip.
All right, so technically that was my bonus action and my
And
attack.
movements. And you're
Oh
out.
no. What do we consider dash? Is that bonus or is that action? Is that
You would have
movement?
had to take a cunning action if you
Yes.
still wanted to attack. So that would have been your bonus action.
So I still have a movement, correct?
You had to move, right? So your movement is 30. So that's
90 with
30.
dash. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so that's it. I
60
did my best.
if you
Good
dash.
job.
So technically, you're
Oh wait, no, I thought it was
Maybe not
30
quite.
plus 60. I thought it was full
no,
on 90.
it's 60. It's 90 if you don't want to attack.
Then I just run after. Oh shit. All right, hold on. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. We're all learning here, baby.
Note that I'm just gonna have to change that whole thing. Sorry, and just have to fire at him. Sorry, Calgor. The best I can do. Wait, so let me just make sure which gun I can use at that distance. I have too many tabs open. BRB. So I was back there.
Many times.
Yeah, no, I can still use that. Okay, so just kidding. Remember that whole thing we just did? All lies.
Mulligan.
All lies. Because I thought I was at the level that I could dash 90 feet, and I am not at that level yet. So we are going to shoot, or try to shoot, said monster.
I don't like that phrasing.
Hey, I'm doing it honestly, so I'm going to try to shoot said monster. So I did have to use my bonus to reload my pistol.
Uh-huh. And if you wish, you can move closer. You still have your movement.
I do still have my movement. I'm gonna see how this goes with me shooting him because I'm still in.
You're just really far away right now, so you're going to be at disadvantage.
Oh, sorry. I am then shooting with. I loaded my. Wait, hold on. Because my palm pistol can go farther.
Yeah.
It
What is the
It's
range?
130, I believe, is the
What's the-
total.
All right, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, sorry, 160. It's 40 to 160.
So over 40 feet
It's
is disadvantage.
Oh, okay. All right, let me throw a disadvantage in there.
So, but if you move 30 feet closer, you'll be within 40 feet, I think, maybe?
Yeah, it'll take you right to it.
All right, then I will do that. Thanks, gang, for joining me
30
on
to
this
there.
journey. So, boop, whoop, whoop, whoop. I ran towards the fire and the dead body of the monster to then shoot at this to try to save Calgor. That is a 25 to hit.
Yep, that's
Pretty
it.
good.
but I'm still assuming I don't get surprised since I was
Correct.
running at him. So that is... Wait, sorry, math is good. That is 11 points of damage. I don't know if DM would allow me to have the fact that I was trying to aim for wherever the one arm. I don't know if he'll allow that, but I do that amount of damage.
All right. Yep. And it kind of hits in his shoulder, not quite exactly where you meant, and he does not let go. I already did that roll.
Cool. Well, that's my
Good
whole
try.
turn then.
Cool. Wayfinder.
Goes back to sleep.
Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing? Cool. No, he is 30 feet away, so I move to him and attack.
All right.
Do it.
25?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll bet that. Uh, 9 points of damage. on that. 9.
All right.
And then I will attack with my hand axe.
Alrighty.
17.
17 hits.
Yeah, cool. This is a D6. Will help if I hit my thing. 12.
Nice. Yeah, he's looking pretty raggedy.
Nice.
Willem.
I too will pursue and close the distance and attack.
Just made it.
Ah, lovely. And since is he fleeing? Do I get any kind of advantage? No, I guess not.
You don't.
Fine, whatever.
In fact, as you guys charge up behind him, he hears you and turns around and starts using Calgor as a club, trying to beat you to death with him.
Natural 20.
Just throw him over. Oh!
Huzzah.
Too high. Missed. No,
I can
just
show it to
kidding.
you.
I'm
It's
just
right
kidding.
there.
Go ahead, roll your damage.
Very exciting. I was going
You
to put
love-
Divine Smite
Oh,
on it
well
too,
timed. Yeah?
but no, I don't need to.
Go for it.
Probably right.
Hard to say.
I'll do it anyway, since I was already going to do it anyway.
Thank you.
I didn't know I was going to run. I was going to roll that. So
And then you accidentally hit Calgor
With Divine Smite.
with Divine Smite and blow his head apart.
sorry, Calgor.
And now John's playing Sniffles.
He is divinely smote.
Who is
Again.
still in town, so that doesn't help.
He's been following.
So it's just double the damage, right?
Right.
Is that how you do it?
So if it's a D8,
Oh, that's
you
right.
would be
explained
rolling
this
2
before.
D8, but that second D8 is going to be an 8. Does that make sense? So you roll 1 die, and then you
Okay.
would add the maximum on that second die.
All right, so then that's 26.
26. How do you want to finish him off?
Oh!
Do I want to
I
finish?
loosened this one for you too.
Thank you so much. Since he's kind of got his back, I will take my sword in both hands and I will stab him through the top of his bloody head.
Oh, yes. So Willem comes running up behind as Wayfinder is chopping away at its back, and it starts to turn towards Wayfinder, and Willem just jumps through the snow and hits it. Wayfinder, you just see shink, the sword blade come out and just come down and almost cut the thing in half.
Yes, I like it.
Calgor falls to the ground. It's no longer holding him, and he face first in the snow.
First thing I do is run to Calgor with a healing potion.
All right.
We still in
Gray?
combat?
Anything you want to do first?
I'm just putting it out there. That's the first thing I do.
Gotcha.
Whenever that can happen.
Hang on. Gray?
Reload my weapons. Because what else am I gonna
Okay.
do? What else am I gonna do? In the shadows,
Calgor.
still hanging out in the shadows. Just to be clear.
Can I
Gotcha.
bonus action a cantrip for spare the dying?
I don't. Is that a bonus action spell?
It's a cantrip, so it's at will.
But is it a bonus action cantrip or an action cantrip?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
I think it's an action. Calgor,
You're right. It is.
What do I have to
apologize.
do now?
saving throw, please.
Okay, how do I do that?
Roll a d20. You're looking for a 10 plus. A natural 20 brings you back with 1 hit point. A natural 1, you fail 2 death saving throws.
13.
13.
That's bigger than 10.
Yeah,
You
he
have-
did
Better
it
than one.
for once.
Yeah. 3 failed is dead, permadead. 3 wins is stabilized.
Okay.
Let's not spend a healing potion. I can just cure wounds on him instead, maybe. If we want to keep the potions, or I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, no, that's a good move.
Yeah, I mean, hurry up.
Those lights
I just
come
don't want
back.
him to die.
He won't die.
Same.
All right. Yeah. We'll just say, Willem, you can hit him. Go ahead and roll. We're out of combat now.
Okay.
Music hasn't changed.
9 points cured. Calgor.
Yep. I have 9 points of life now.
9 points of life. You kind of come back.
And he's done. Go fuck yourselves.
Well,
Like
that's rude.
that's gonna be a thing. It's gonna
Actually,
be a nightmares for a while.
JC, if you go back 2 steps of your lighting, it was actually perfect.
It,
Because we couldn't see him.
No. Like
Ouch.
there was like you just adjusted something and you just something before that, but if you left it where you were actually perfect. I mean, you're still good. I mean, you cute and all, but that's good.
Yes.
Bring up the other one that you got rid of.
I mean,
Oh,
there's
you can't hear
literally
me.
there's literally only
We
light
can do
on
this
or
off
light
stream.
off.
Give
It's
me
weird.
that.
There
Do
was
this later.
we'll all stream about it, but there was like one other step. This I don't know. Nope. Okay. No, it wasn't.
So,
So,
Calgor comes back to life.
Ugh. Healing potion.
All right. Go ahead and roll. See how many you get back.
Yep, just double checking with the.
Are we about to do a rest though?
Yeah.
yeah, but he needs to live long enough for the rest.
He already has 9 hit points.
No. I would keep him alive for the rest, yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
doesn't have points.
you might
Well,
want to save
well-
that, man.
Wait,
Yeah,
will it?
save that.
If I do the sleep for the rest of the night, will that bring me back to full
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
morning?
Mhm.
Okay, then I'm not gonna drink the healing
Yeah,
potion.
don't do the thing.
Don't waste the thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna need it later.
Just
Ah.
go to sleep.
Yes.
Sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to
It's fine.
sleep.
It's fine. Go
I'm
to
just gonna
sleep
cast
now after
darkness
all
over-
of that attack.
I just cast some darkness over your head, you know.
My gosh. Getting weird.
It's called the Aru Fee.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Boom.
oh man.
You
Do we like inspect bodies for like loot and stuff? Is that a thing in Dungeons and Dragons?
yes.
I mean,
Yeah, I
yes,
did it.
but
I
these
did it
are
off
also
of Lucky.
these are also monsters.
Yes, they have no
Oh.
pants.
These
They
aren't
don't
like
have pockets, as it were.
they're not like guys.
Can we like
They're
like skin them for things to sell? I don't know.
Have fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Have
go to
fun
Oh
bed.
my
with
god,
that.
can I get a monster liver? Oh, so good.
I'll go back
Throw it
the
on the
fuck to
fire.
sleep.
Yeah.
Good night,
You
y'all.
enjoy the skinning shit. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdo. All right.
Sleep with one eye
That
open
will
around Gray.
that will definitely cut into your long rest time.
In every other RPG ever.
Somebody gotta watch out for Gray. He's a little crazy.
But
Yeah.
like, great, we can see them. They have no clothes. They're just monsters.
Yeah, they're super naked.
You're just like rubbing your hands on like corpses.
Like, they got
I
monster
could
junk
find
out
him.
and
I could
nothing
find
else.
something.
Like,
He's gonna take some monster junk with him, I think.
Exactly.
Wear it as a necklace.
I got a monster dog.
I mean, I don't know, make a necklace to eyeballs or something. So many of them.
Well, you are a person of
Sociopath?
magic. Well, yeah, I don't want to say that.
you're just gross. So have fun with that. We gonna go back
Maybe
to
there's
sleep.
some components you can get out of it or something.
I don't know, right? I don't know how this works.
Arcana that thing, maybe.
Cool, Engi. What's next?
I'm going back to sleep.
All right, who's taking watch?
You're welcome.
I finished my
I
watch.
was
Good night.
next watch, technically.
Great job.
Wayfinder.
Can I
goes
put my
puts on his
armor on now?
Is anybody else staying up, or are you all going back to bed?
I'm going back to sleep. I need to recover my spell
Fuck to
slots.
sleep.
I'm gonna
Same.
take a nap, take a little sleep. Sleep seas.
All right.
Gonna
You all
sleep in
head
the
back to
corpse like it's a fucking
Wayfinder
tauntaun.
straps on his armor.
Yeah.
The sun starts to come up. Eventually, you all rise. Eat some of your rations and head out towards, like at first light, head out towards the barrows. After a few hours of marching through the snow-covered ground, up ahead, as you're coming down through the trees on a little hill, you can actually see there's a large bump in the ground, and it's the barrows. You come and you kind of peek out of the foliage, and you can see these standing stones all in front of the barrows, and small creatures wandering in front of them. Perception checks.
Hey, guess what I rolled?
One.
On that one.
No, a 23 because it doesn't fucking matter right now.
Good job.
Love you,
Ever?
JC.
Tyler, what'd you roll?
So that was for
Perception.
this is 21.
21. Nice. Gray?
I feel the
Boom.
Calgor.
Welcome.
Yeah. Got the Calgor. Willem?
20.
And Wayfinder.
16.
16. All right. Calgor. As you're coming down, you look and you can see Willem too. You're the rest of you are kind of having trouble making out. Gray is, you're not even sure where he is right now. He's back there somewhere.
He's still skinning the monster.
Taking a
Yeah,
leak in the
he's
woods.
just like,
He's looking south where we're all north.
yes. You can see these standing stones and these little creatures. And Calgor, you've dealt with them before, and you can tell just by the way they're moving. And Willem, you kind of too, especially with like they've got helmets on and like these dark furs and leathers. And by the way they're moving, you both kind of go goblins.
Fucking
And that's
hate
where we'll pick up
goblins.
next week. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Question?
Yeah.
Wait.
After we went back to sleep, it was like a still long rest, and we got everyone
Yes.
back.
Yes.
Long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
God.
I didn't
Thank
do. I can't Leroy
So
Jenkins
all spells.
You don't Leroy
you don't
Jenkins
even
when
know.
we're ending.
in there.
Next week, Gray Leroy Jenkins in as everyone else makes stealth checks.
Didn't we have a guy with us, like Gray? What happened to him? Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to that guy?
Where'd that guy go?
He's still sleeping in the corpse of the thing that murdered me.
Yeah, he cut it open and must live inside.
He's looking for a spear.
This is weird.
I made an ice igloo and then
Oh, nice.
wrapped it with furs.
How'd that work out for you?
All right.
We need
Cool.
we need another way to end, like
Yeah,
a song or something.
Let's end
Rude.
it somehow
Song.
more
What?
phenomenally.
What?
Rue, make inappropriate jokes.
Someone just say goodnight.
Inappropriate jokes. I got this. No, I don't. It's too much pressure. I'm out. Just
That's what she said.
Bye.
thanks. Bye. No, guys.
Well,
like,
thanks
but
everybody
seriously,
for tuning in.
It's
so
time to
much
go out.
fun.
Bye.
Love you all. Bye. Count us out. No, Mike. We're just